Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Beefwater's in here with us, and we're super excited. So coming up here at 7 o'clock, we're going to do something special for everybody. Or at least we're going to try. So, egg prices have been expensive as balls lately. We just mentioned at the top of the show that they've doubled in price just in the last 6 weeks.
The scam.
And yeah, it's apparently a lot of it's just because of price gouging from companies.
And it used to be the most affordable way to get a little protein in your body. It was like, a couple bucks.
Right.
You get a whole dozen, but that has changed.
So because of the shell shock of the sticker prices of the eggs, when you go to you see the
I like that.
Pun intended.
Because of the the prices. This morning, we are going to give away free eggs on the radio. It is a free egg Friday.
But it's more like we're going to give away free egg on the radio.
Yeah, it is a free egg.
I feel like Casey can give them up to 2 at least. I feel like
all right.
Okay.
So eggs.
Come see me for a pair of eggs?
Yeah, so here's the deal. Coming up at 7 a.m., Casey Beefwater Bay is going to be posted up at a grocery store. Where are you going to be?
I'm going to be in the shopping center that is Winco and Tigard.
Okay, the Winco and Tigard. I guess there used to be what else? There used to be like a Babies R Us near it.
Yeah,
there's a Petco there and Planet Fitness.
I-5 South to the Landmark Ford exit.
Right, it's across from
the Haynes.
It's across from the Walmart
exit.
there, right?
Yeah, exactly. When you're on your way to Costco, it's right on your right.
So yeah, Casey Beefwater Bay is going to be posted up there this morning, and you're going to be able to drive down there and have your choice. Do you want a raw egg? Or would you like Casey Beefwater Bay to cook you up an egg right there on the spot?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Cooked up. What I thought this morning is you better bring a salt shaker out there.
Yeah, that's their problem.
Oh no, man. We got some salt here. You got to take it with you.
Oh,
Listen,
wow. Okay.
The Winco parking lot is now the new home of the 1-egg omelet.
Yeah!
One egg omelet.
All right.
It could be a 2-egg.
And that's it. We got no cheese. We got no toppings, no nothing.
Yeah, it's more like
egg.
I guess I got inspired by the jail theme yesterday.
Okay.
Beefwater's 1-egg omelets all morning long. Starting at 7 a.m., he'll be at the Winco and Tigard. And come on down. You can either get a raw egg or eggs, or have him cook you up an egg right there on the spot.
If you don't trust Beefwater to cook your eggs, and maybe just take the raw one home.
This man's got a grill tattooed on his arm. I trust my meats with him. Or eggs.
If you don't trust me, just don't stop by.
Okay.
We don't need to get into it. It's too early for that, Laura.
It's fair. No, you're right. You're right.
I trust your cooking.
All
I think you've got a little something to it.
I don't know. I think he's probably going to get a couple shells in there.
Oh,
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Rubbin's racing out there.
7 a.m. this morning, he'll be at the Winco in Tigard. It's a free egg Friday. Go down and get some free eggs from Mr. Beefwater himself.
That's right. And if you find a shell or a hair in your eggs, you get boat show passes for next year.
And now, Bruce Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, it's nice that Beefwater's here this morning because there's a mass exodus for the wide receivers of the Seattle Seahawks. Tyler Lockett already has been released by the team because they owed him a ton of money. He was a Seahawk for 10 years, and now DK Metcalf, on the same day of that release, went ahead and said, yeah, I'll take a trade real quick. I mean, this guy is a superstar and just a specimen of a human. Way too big to be a wide receiver, but so fast, great hands, strong. I mean, you can't say enough about him. Now, they are doing the same thing the Blazers did, which is, okay, we'll honor the trade request as in we will talk to people, but we're not sending you to your dream location. This is not Costco travel. This is you playing for us or us getting assets in return. So good news for your Seahawks there, and maybe it's time for some fresh blood, and maybe they can get a couple of quality draft picks out of it. Now, if you're a Blazer fan, good news. They are soon coming home, but for now, one more game on the road, and this time it's going to be against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Blazers on the road at 5 o'clock tonight. Now, OKC, the number 1 seed in the West, right after we took on the champs, but maybe they see something. Oklahoma City's only favored by 3.5. We'll break it down in an hour. There's your sports. Bing bong.
Thank you very much. All right, coming up next, there's always, I feel like, an end-of-the-world prediction. There's always a date, I feel like, that we have to worry about.
Yep.
The doomsday clock and all that.
Yeah, there's a new date. Apparently, we now have a date for Judgment Day, according to a book found at the Vatican.
Been wanting to get that on my calendar.
Yeah.
It's filling up quick.
That's coming up here in just a few minutes. When is Judgment Day? We will tell you right after Pearl Jam. Also, it is Free Egg Friday. Casey's giving away free eggs starting at 7 a.m. this morning at the Winco in Tigard. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew. Happy Friday. All right, Beefwater is going to be giving away free eggs this morning because the prices are through the roof. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They say the average price is, what, $8 for a dozen eggs?
Yeah, and I mean, you go to a lot of places, it's upwards of $9.50 even. I've seen
That's insane.
Walking past at a standard grocery store.
And that's not even just like organic, cage-free. That's like everything.
That's sprayed white standard issue.
Yeah.
Right. It's like eggs in a carton, $9.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot if you're going to be, making eggs for one or more people every day.
Mm-hmm.
So because it's so crazy expensive this morning, Beefwater will be giving away free eggs at the Winco in Tigard. Starting at 7 a.m., he'll be there until we get shut down because we didn't ask for permission.
Which might happen pretty quick.
Yeah, who knows? You know,
We'll
it's a pretty
see.
big parking lot.
That's true.
Head down there and you'll have an option. Do you want to, you want some raw eggs, or would you like Casey Beefwater Bay to cook you up an egg right there on the spot? Because I brought my camping grill, my really nice camping grill. And some nice pans and everything.
He is a very skilled chef.
He is pretty.
when it comes to the grill. Well, grill master.
Yeah,
anyway.
grill master.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know, he's just got to master the temp of that thing. Because anytime you're camping, it's not like your kitchen.
I'm sure his steak is great. His risotto, not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, if you're making risotto while you're camping, you're doing something wrong. Although, I mean, that could
I don't know. It's amazing what people can pull off. You go by a campsite and you're like, I'm pretty jealous I got hot dogs.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, it starts at 7 o'clock. The Winco and Tigard Free Egg Friday. Gang, gang, son. Yeah. All right, it sounds like we know when Judgment Day is coming.
Oh, thank God. I've been waiting for this.
We're already dodging
I hope it's-
asteroids. Bring it to us.
I hope it's soon.
When it is soon. It's sooner than you might hope, actually.
Okay.
Now, this is according to a book, a 900-year-old book that was discovered at the Vatican.
Okay.
This book is 900 years old. Apparently, it's already predicted some popes.
Okay, well, that's impressive. If it predicts anything.
And I guess this book says that because Pope Francis is sick, the next pope will be Peter, and that will be the last pope. And then in 2027, Judgment Day.
Whoa, 2027.
2027.
That's not very far from. I mean,
Now, I remember-
Peter doesn't have a long time to be pope.
That's true.
Yeah.
2-year pop, and we're
he
out of
must
here.
really mess things up.
But
Peter.
would take a while.
Old Peters. So we'll see what happens there. Now, I always thought Judgment Day was in 1997 when the great Sarah Connor and her brave son John saved us from Judgment Day, but apparently no, it's in 2 years, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on a minute, though. If we're like basing this on biblical fact or whatever, theory, whatever you want to call it.
It's a book that was found.
Yeah, it's not perhaps
dusty.
Perhaps not factual information, depending on who you talk to. But the Bible says we don't know the place or the time. So how can they sit here and say 2027 for sure it's going to happen? I don't know if I buy this.
That doesn't necessarily
this
mean
book, the dusty old book they found in the Vatican.
He didn't say the rapture. He said Judgment Day.
But it's the same thing, right?
Well, I mean, is it?
I'm pretty sure
No, I have
Judgment Day
no
and the
clue.
rapture. Because
Now-
that's the day we all get judged, and
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right.
The big wheel in the sky determines whether or not you're going to heaven or hell.
Laura, Tanner told you they just found the book. You know, like, this is new information.
Okay.
Take it to the
maybe, yeah.
Somebody call up the dude who wrote the first one. Spoiler alert.
There's maybe some good news, I guess, that some scholars say the book is forgery, while others swear it's real. Who knows? They always say every prophecy that comes up, they swear that it's real. So,
Yeah.
I wouldn't hold my breath, but maybe start pushing money into your mattress as soon as possible, just in case, because you never know.
Yeah, because post-Judgment Day, it's going to be hard to get a credit card.
At my home, there's some money and a couple of cans of food stuffed into my mattress. Just
A little
for a rainy
Campbell's
day.
soup for a rainy day.
Yeah, some beef stew
Oh, yeah.
shoved in there.
I'll get you there.
There
So
will
there you
be
go.
a reckoning. 2027.
So
That's
we've got
too
2027 to worry about and 2032 when that asteroid swings by.
Yeah, the asteroid's
Yeah.
not an issue anymore if this goes down.
Yeah, right. I mean, there will be no Earth to destroy.
I mean, I will open my mouth and wait for the asteroid at that point.
Yeah.
I don't like. It was fun as a kid thinking about 2012 apocalypse, and it was kind of fun like thinking about all that stuff. But like
fun
I
until
never
it
really
gets here.
I never really actually worried about it.
Right.
It's just a reason to make an action movie. You know, in the end.
Yeah.
Because what was that, Mayan calendar stuff?
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
already been through this several times.
A lot of pump fakes.
Mayan calendar stuff. Yeah, it was a really
don't
terrible movie
know.
when John Cusack drove through a building in a limousine.
That was one of the most ridiculous stunts in the history of Hollywood.
Why would you do that?
Well,
Because the building was falling and he needed to go straight.
and you should have seen this limo. It had moves.
Why was he driving a limo?
He was a limo driver, but he was taking his kids on a camping trip to
In a limo?
Yellowstone Park in a limousine, and because
He
well,
had
Why
the
not?
limo.
Yeah.
he was a failing father, and so he went out there, and then that's when things started to pop off, and so they packed up the limousine, and drove home.
Whoa.
The bigger issue than the limousine
And had to
is
drive through the building.
Giant earthquakes and cracking buildings. I mean, he drove like hell through that bad boy, though. Really realistic.
I'm
It's
gonna
one of-
buy.
Can't believe it didn't get an Oscar.
I'm gonna maybe invest in a limousine just to reenact this whole thing when the world comes crashing down in a fiery blaze.
Listen to this. According to this research, people in these careers are most likely to get divorced.
Okay.
So if you have one of these jobs and you're married, I don't know, maybe you should call Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men because there's a chance it could all fall apart.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So prior research has shown that the dancers and choreographers have the highest divorce rates at 43.1%.
It's because you're grinding on other people.
Yeah.
I mean, even Britney Spears married her dancer.
Yeah,
And
you're all
also, maybe
sweaty
it's-
and
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're in
Everyone
great
looks-
shape, so are you.
yeah, everyone looks sexy.
Everyone's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
can
and
see
maybe
it.
maybe it's because also I could see a dancer being out on the road a lot, so maybe you're away from home.
Yeah, and sometimes you gotta just pop off.
The road and rehearsal is a lot of your time.
So 43.1% of divorce rates for dancers and choreographers. This is followed by bartenders at 38.4%. They
Yeah.
have a 38.4% chance of getting divorced.
Glad my wife got out of the industry.
And massage therapists at 38.2%. Wow.
That's sorry. That's
I always-
interesting to me.
Because I always thought like maybe like it's just every massage I had, that's just never an option. You know what I mean? So like,
You want to leave your husband for me?
but I guess that does happen. That's kind of crazy. I thought that just happened in movies, like adult movies.
It's a huge clip, right? Like, I don't know if it's like maybe Magic Hands. That dude turns around and he's like, I will pay off your debt. Like your hands, those thumbs. Let's leave that man.
That's what I want as a girl with strong thumbs. Casino workers, telephone operators, nurses,
Telephone
and
operators.
home health aides were also among the top 10 occupations with the highest divorce rates.
I just keep thinking that these people are like running away with their clients, but like home health aid, that can't be true.
Is telephone operators, is that still a thing?
I cannot imagine it would be.
They're not plugging wires into a wall, but I don't know.
Really, like a
Something like that.
911 operator?
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess that could be it. Or
But why?
Does telephone operator mean anybody answering a phone at a business?
Yeah, it seems pretty vague.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
The in-home house aid, it seems like it's out of an adult movie.
Yeah.
Like the thought that, oh yeah, I'm here to just make sure your bandages are okay.
I'm wondering if that, though, is more so about like that person is away from home a lot and they give all their energy to the people that they care for throughout the day, and then they come home and don't have any energy for their partner.
So it's not sexual, it's just neglect on the emotional level.
Yeah.
And
Makes
then
sense.
there's also evidence that when people cheat, they're more likely to do so with a coworker. So
We've
maybe
been hearing that a
heard that
lot.
the other
maybe go to
day.
that holiday party. You know, that the Christmas. Go to those things.
Yeah, don't let your partner go solo because
Right.
you never know what might go down.
You know what happens when Rhonda has a third White Claw? Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Ain't no laws.
when you
you're
open up
drinking
your
claws,
you open up
Drew.
your Santa gift, your secret Santa gift, and it's a key to a Motel 6.
You know
Bedroom.
it's time.
You know, and
Yeah,
who
Motel
wants to do with that?
6.
So I would just say
Splurge
go
a bit?
to.
Goodness sakes.
Yeah, no, not with a coworker, whatever. It's gonna fall apart. Not spend a lot of
Yeah,
money on
you,
that.
you don't have to be bougie when you already work together.
We're both sketchy.
Not like you're gonna remember it anyway.
We fell in love at a cubicle.
Yeah.
We're fine.
So anyway, just be safe, I suppose, and don't overthink it though, because when you start going, oh man, my wife's doing this and this and that, and then you like accuse her and she's not doing anything, you're gonna ruin stuff.
You know the best way to never get divorced? Never get married. See?
Wow, that's
How about that?
jaded.
Yeah. Take that from a divorced person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Tanner, you're 100% right. If you start going, and you even start bringing stuff up, some people, that's the red flag that'll ruin your
I
marriage.
almost got pushed to cheating. I wasn't cheating. She was accusing me of cheating, and I thought to myself, why don't I just cheat?
I'm
Yeah.
getting berated here.
Right.
Might as well feel.
I didn't do it, but I thought about it.
I was on the fence.
Yeah, we actually, I think, just broke up eventually, so I didn't have to worry
Yeah,
about it.
that's probably a better option. That's how the order of operations should go. You break up and then you sleep with someone new.
It just
That's
worries.
the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah.
It worries me if someone else is thinking like that. I'm like, so where does your mind go when we're in a bar if you're worried that I'm going to hook up with someone? Like, you're supposed to be thinking about the JoJo's and chicken strips we're having, not about like that dude's
then
chest.
I kind of panic because I go, well, if she's accusing me, that means is she doing it?
That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
You know what I mean? Like
That's it.
you're worried that you're already doing it yourself, so you're worried that they're doing it, so you're accusing them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cheaters get paranoid because they're like, well,
Because
aren't
they
we
know.
all,
They
aren't
know
we
the
all
ropes.
like this?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Aren't we all dead inside?
You're right. That relationship was doomed from the get go.
Yeah, I bet it was fun when it was in the in the weeds, though.
All right, it's a free egg Friday coming up here at the top of the hour. Beefwater is going to be giving away free eggs this morning at the Winco in Tigard. It's right off Pacific Highway, across the street from that Walmart. Free eggs. You can either go down and get some raw eggs from Beefwater, or he'll cook you up an egg right there on the spot.
And you can judge those eggs right there.
Service with a smile.
So head down there now. That's this Friday morning. Obviously, this isn't a recorded show. Friday, March 7th at 6:42 in the morning.
Your egg can be eaten.
Yeah, Beefwater's, what do you call it? One egg, Beefwater's one egg omelet?
Yep.
Yeah, Beefy's one egg omelet, and that's it.
Hold the beef.
Hold
That's
the
coming up.
beef, yeah.
Hang on.
Now, what's trending?
All right, a lot of good stuff on the website at 1059thebrew.com, like our Donkey Show podcast. It's the show after the show. We discussed many topics on yesterday's program. So when you get a chance, just don't watch it or listen to it when your mom's around, I guess.
Yeah, that's for the best.
Unless your mom's one of those moms that let the kids come over and smoke pot with you.
She's a cool mom.
I'd say let her listen no matter what. See what happens.
I don't want my mom listening.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't want my mom listening to the
I'm sure she does. I'm sure your mom sneaks on there, Laura.
Your mom probably does.
My mom definitely sneaks on
My mom
there.
is technically, what is it? Just
banned?
No, she just doesn't know how to do it. She wouldn't know how to get the iHeartRadio app if I explained it to her.
You're in luck.
You got to teach her how to use the presets on the iHeartRadio
I know.
app.
I go, Mom, there's 10 presets. You could make your son's show your number one preset. No, I'm not doing that.
What? She has 3 options to make her son's show number one. You got the Brew, you got the podcast, and you got the Donkey Show podcast.
Yeah,
they can all be on your
would
podcast or your preset bar.
We would get the app and she would download K103 immediately. That'd be her favorite radio station.
As long as she has the app one day, she might come our way. The all-new iHeartRadio app. My mom's got it. Tell your mom to get it.
Yeah, tell your mom to download the iHeartRadio app
I wonder
today.
if my mom, well, my mom must have it because she listens to the show from out of state. So
Yeah, definitely.
good on you, Luann.
Go check it out. It's all online, 1059thebrew.com, and you can just get lost for hours on the site.
Oh, yeah.
It's Friday. Who wants to really work anyway?
That's right.
Not me.
All right, coming up next, a free egg Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Our first ever free egg Friday. We are giving away free eggs this morning, and it's Beef Water's one egg omelet, actually.
And we're going to see what he's got out in the wild. He's not in his kitchen.
It's going to be the name of his little mobile kitchen, Beef Water's one egg omelet.
I've heard it's the best one egg omelet out there.
It's going to be the beginning of something huge.
So I think he's there right now, or at least pulling up. He's at the Winco in Tigard. It's off Pacific Highway, across the street from the big Walmart. And you can head down there, get yourself some eggs, or Beef Water will cook you up an egg right there on the spot.
Yep.
Doesn't get better than that.
It's pretty good. So head down there. We'll check in with Beef Water coming up next. And you're welcome. Right? Happy Friday. It's 1059 The Brew. Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Happy Friday. Actually, happy Free Egg Friday, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
It's a Free Egg Friday. The prices are crazy. We go to the store and I just, my gut sinks when I see the price. Of cartoned eggs, for God's sakes. Cartoned eggs. Eggs in a damn milk carton. That shouldn't even be a thing, but it is, and even those are expensive.
Yeah, it's on another level. It's something that you wouldn't even think would be possible to triple, quadruple a price, but here we are.
Yeah, in the last 6 weeks, they've gone up double in price. And so this morning we thought, let's just help some people out and give away some free eggs this morning and just make things easier on people. Or we'll cook an egg up for you this morning and just, send you to work with breakfast.
Yeah, instead of hitting the drive-thru, just go see Casey Beefwater Bay.
He's got eggs.
Let's check in with the beef right now. Good morning, sir.
And good morning to you.
Happy Friday. How are you feeling?
Happy Free Egg Friday to you as well. I'm doing good. Just hanging out here amongst the people.
All right.
Having them stare at me like I'm a maniac, like I'm about to sell slap chops at the fair.
So you're in the Winco parking lot in Tigard. So it's the one right off Pacific Highway. It's across the street from that Walmart. And there's a bunch of other business. What else is nearby?
Across the street from Costco.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's in the same parking lot as that new Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Where they're building all those new buildings.
So you're set up. I brought my camping grill in. I've only used this thing like twice.
Very nice.
It's a really nice camping grill.
Yeah.
Got an REI. It was like a Memorial Day weekend sale or something.
Oh, hell
Pretty
yeah. So
sweet.
it's like propane.
It's propane, and
Yeah.
so Beefwater is set up. Head down there, and you can have your choice of either raw eggs or he'll cook an egg up for you right there on the spot. And you're a pretty damn good grill master, aren't you?
Oh, look, I'm gonna knock it right out of the park here. It's gonna be great, and I think the cart man's got an eye on me. He keeps luring around here,
Oh, the
trying to figure out what's
man.
going on.
Well, I mean, just
So-
offer him one of your famous one-egg omelets and see if he'll
Yeah.
leave you alone.
Yes, I do have the best huevos in the northern corner of Southwest Washington. I've got 4 awards.
That's
Oh, wow.
impressive.
Wow.
Now, what kind of eggs are you making this morning? Are you scrambling? Are you over easy? Are you sunny side up? What are we doing?
Well,
you short
I've
order?
got the ability to do scramble. I went in. I got everything. I got the milk. I got the salt, the pepper. We're ready to make some legit scrambled fluffy eggs.
Okay.
Nice.
Or I can put one in your pocket. You got 2 options.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you bring like cutlery, paper plates? Like, what's the situation there?
Yeah, I went in and I purchased some. You hear those carts? Homeboy's just out here just doing it on purpose.
I thought those were the eggs being cooked.
No, some dude's moto karting.
Yeah, well, those little. Is Winco even open right now?
Yeah, I think it's 24
yeah, it's
hour.
open.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
You can buy eggs at 3 in the
Yeah,
morning
I just
there.
Well, you can
I
offer the
just went
cart.
in and go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you could offer the cart boy eggs. I used to be a cart attendant at Target, and if someone offered me eggs at 7 in the morning, I'd be pretty excited.
And your mouth would
Yeah.
be sealed. That's what we're
It'd
looking
be good. So if you see me moving a little bit slow, I had to leave my left kidney in the store to get the eggs out.
Yes. Right.
But
All right.
so I'm out here doing it, but I might be moving a little slow.
All
Yeah,
right.
out here with Beefwater paying for eggs, so you don't have to. Look at that.
It's Free
There
Egg
we are.
Friday. Free Egg Friday. Beefwater is right now giving away free eggs in the Winco parking lot in Tigard across the street from Costco. So head down there right now and get yourself some free eggs, or he'll cook one up for you right there on the spot. Hopefully you get some people down there, because Beefwater's going to be mad at me if I just got his ass up at 5 in the morning. So he
like,
could-
well, that was a failed bit.
And go ahead.
I was going to say, hopefully that cart boy doesn't have a walkie-talkie and it takes him a while to get inside and tell anyone about beef.
I wouldn't have said anything if I were a cart attendant back.
Why would you care?
I wouldn't have said anything.
You got people sleeping in cars
That's
and all
true,
kinds of stuff
yeah.
out there.
Oh yeah, somebody's cooking up an egg. What am I going to do?
And
why
it's
would I
free.
close
This guy's cooking up heroin, so I mean, what's worse?
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
I've also got some Tanner, Drew, and Laura stickers out here, so if you want to grab one of those while you're here, slap that on your whip.
Okay.
Let's do it, man.
All right, head down to go see Beefwater, Winco in Tigard, right off Pacific Highway. He'll be there for like an hour or so, giving away free eggs for a Free Egg Friday.
And those stickers are waterproof. That's not just your run-of-the-mill sticker. You can
Right.
put it right on your car.
Also, yesterday we started talking about the prison letter we got from the guy who was in prison. We didn't say his name because he was in there for murder.
Yes.
He did stab somebody, but I guess he's a listener of the show. He listens to us on his radio in there. And one of the prison guards at the prison at Oregon State Penitentiary is apparently a big fan of the show.
Yeah.
And he says, hey, she listens to the show. We listen to your show. She loves Lincoln Park.
Yes.
Could you hook her up with Lincoln Park tickets?
Yeah.
So we're like, yeah, why not? It sounds like she's a good prison guard. Like he said a lot of good things about her. She was really kind and
Good
sweet.
heart.
Yeah, really good heart. And so we're like, why not? People need to be rewarded for being kind. There's not a lot of that these days.
And then our dreams were dashed.
Beefwater actually reached out to the prison yesterday to see, we've got this prison guard's name. Can we give her money? Or not money, sorry. Tickets to Lincoln Park, which is basically money.
Yeah.
To certain people. And they said, no way, no dice, absolutely not.
And their argument
sense.
made sense.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that if you I keep saying breaking the fourth wall, but it's kind of you insert yourself in that, then it's gifting and it's preferential treatment and it becomes a thing.
So because of that, the dude who wrote us the letter from in prison didn't get any money on his books because I was going to, if we gave her the tickets, I was also going to put a little bit of money on his books so he could buy some top ramen or something, you know, because even murderers need to eat, right?
That's true.
And so we're not doing that, but we are going to do
Cash for criminals.
Cash for criminals.
Yes.
Should we do criminals or convicts? I feel like
cash for convicts.
I think
it actually kind of
convicts is
sounds
more
better.
respectful too. I mean, not that
True.
It might be too late, Drew, because we already have a jingle.
Cause they're convicted, no longer on the streets, sending art and letters in exchange for food to eat. We'd love to hear your stories of what you did and who you knew. Cash for Convicts, sponsored by The Brew.
Yeah.
Sponsored by The Brew, sponsored by The Brew. Cash for Convicts, sponsored by The Brew.
There it is.
So he said convict.
Cash for convicts.
Oh, he did say convicts. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, that sounds better.
It's got a nice ring to it. Yeah.
Well, it works.
Let's do it.
So we're doing cash for convicts. So what we're asking for is for actual inmates, prison inmates who listen to the show, whether it's that guy or his buddies, or whether you're in prison somewhere else, write us a letter, tell us why you're in prison, and explain to us, the whole story and what, like why you think we should put money on your books. Like, do you deserve for us to put $20, $30, $50 on your books?
Like you think about some of these people, they've done something terrible, but then maybe they're the person at the jail that teaches other people how to read.
Right.
Or they do things from within the walls that are cool that can, give you a little bit of character back.
Right.
There's a lot of stuff that you could get into.
And the prison art helps. So if you make a really cool drawing of like a centaur or something, then send that to us.
Yeah, we're going to make a nice gallery wall in the studio.
And then that, like, if you make really good art for the show, dude, I'm putting $20 in your account.
Yeah,
I'm making sure you get some Kool-Aid.
Some of the art you were showing us just from a single guy yesterday, they're talented.
So impressive.
He actually called into the show, and and so he sent us this art, which was so hyper realistic that sometimes it looked like a photograph.
Yeah.
So like a
On
black and
another
white
level.
photograph. It was insane. So it's cash for convicts with a little bit of prison art attached to it.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for. And we understand this might take a little bit because it takes a while for the letters to get
process,
approved, and
yeah.
then we get them, and but send those letters to us.
And then Drew also said if somebody sends an artwork that's good enough, he will have it screen printed onto a T-shirt.
Yeah, I absolutely will. I'm not joking. I want to be a convict art dealer one day, and this is the
love it.
beginning.
Right.
Somebody's got to get their art out.
Convict art dealer. Because I don't think you get paid from their work in there, right? So
I mean,
No,
taking
it's
all the
pennies
proceeds.
a day. It's very
Yeah, their work. They work all day long
Yeah.
and make $1.
Sounds
so-
like you're going to be running a really shiesty business, but hey,
No, I think they can get paid for their art if they just have to send it to me in standard pages, and then I can sell it
All
for
right.
them.
Send it on the back of like your commissary.
Your commissary
Yeah,
sheet.
oh yeah. All the big art people love that in their house.
Uh-huh.
It's the beginning, guys.
So there it is.
Hey, we're workshopping this, okay?
Yeah, we're figuring it out. Cash for convicts. Just send us those letters. All right, Beefwater, we're going to check in with you again in a few minutes. It is a Free Egg Friday. Beefwater's giving away free eggs this morning at the Winco in Tigard. He'll be there for about an hour. Head on down, get yourself some free eggs, or have him cook up an egg for you right there on the spot.
Yeah, buddy.
How you feeling, Beefy?
I'm good, man. I'm ready to go. Your stove fired up like a champion,
Thank you.
and
It's a
we're
nice
ready
stove.
to do it. I'm going to spray this pan down with Pam and get to going.
Are you going to have an egg yourself? I would imagine, like, until people get there, you just have an egg yourself.
Well, I already had 7.
Oh, all right. Well, fair enough.
We'll be back.
Well, it looks like the Cleveland Browns are calling the bluff of Myles Garrett, the superstar defensive end, who said he wanted to trade out of Cleveland. I mean, how do you blame somebody that wants to leave Cleveland when you've been so good and they are just terrible with no sight on the future? Well, the owner, Jimmy Haslam, was asked to meet with him. So Garrett was like, hey, can we sit down and kind of discuss my future? And the owner said, no, thank you.
Nah.
We're not having a meeting, that's got to be cold as ice. They say they have no plans of trading him and that he is part of the long-term plan in Cleveland. It just seems like that's a little bit of a sticky situation. If you want me here long-term and you won't sit in a room with me, that is awkward. So we'll keep you posted on the situation there, but maybe your team could get one of the best defensive ends in the game. Tonight, the Blazers on the road one more time. It's been so brutal. No home cooking for them for 7 straight games over the course of borderline 2 weeks here as the Blazers look to make this a successful road trip. What stands in the way? One of the best teams in the entire NBA in Oklahoma City. Games at 5 o'clock, underdogs by 3.5. Remember, you can listen to this on Rip City Radio 620 a.m. And then the Blazers back at home on Sunday for Bill Walton night. You might even see Laura roaming the halls with some of that high-end popcorn.
Yeah, I've got my tie-dyed socks that I'm going to be wearing.
There you go. And a free headband for the first handful of thousands who arrive at the game. Get your tickets, Blazers.com. There's your sports.
All right, it is a free egg Friday. We are giving away free eggs this morning because their prices are just redonkulous. So Beef Waters posted up right now at the Winco in Tigard. So that's right off Pacific Highway, across the street from there's a Costco and I guess a Walmart right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Head down there and get yourself some free eggs from Beef Water, or he'll cook up an egg right there on the spots. Beef Water, I think hello?
I'm doing pretty good. Just out here cracking eggs. Yeah, I'll send you home with a couple free eggs. You want a couple eggs?
He's talking to somebody.
They're free range.
Wow.
Old ladies.
Oh.
They're so, they get so freaked out when you talk to them. I love it.
We'll just put an egg in her big purse and then...
Whoa.
That's right.
I'm sure she's got a huge purse.
Watch where you're putting eggs.
Tell me.
A lot of innuendo here.
Beef
Don't
Water,
just get to drop eggs in people's big-ass purses.
She's got a big-ass bowling ball of a purse, doesn't she?
She gave me the dirtiest look getting in her truck. Fantastic.
Although you got eggs, I say you egg that thing.
Got to use them for something.
That's right.
Maybe you need to notify these people of the egg prices as they come by to help motivate.
You understand, these are free!
Yeah, they're free. It's $9 less than you're about to pay.
It's true.
All right, head down to go see Beef Water at the Winco in Tigard, and he's in the parking lot. You won't miss him because he's in the station vehicle.
Yeah, it's big and obnoxious.
And he's literally cooking, grilling up eggs, I guess, right there in the back of the van.
Look for that egg steam.
It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on 105.9 The Brew. Happy Friday. All right, it's a free Egg Friday. Egg prices are crazy. The shell shock of the egg prices.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, it's nuts. So this morning, we're going to help people out and give away free eggs today. Or Beefwater will cook you up an egg right there on the spot. Good morning, Beefwater.
And good morning to you all.
Where are you located this morning?
I am at the Winco in Tigard, just off of Dartmouth Street, and I believe it's 72nd, not too far off of the Haines Street exit of I-5. And we're out here with 3 dozen eggs, getting ready to crack them and whip them.
Mm-hmm. And you could head down there and get a raw egg if you like, or a couple of raw eggs, or you could have Casey, grill up. You grill up an egg? Is that
Yeah, absolutely.
You fry one.
Fry the egg.
Well, you fry them, but also, I mean, I guess a grill's supposed to have holes in it. But if you said you're grilling up eggs, no one's gonna be like, dude.
Well, Casey's a grill master. I mean, he's got a damn grill tattooed on his arm, so he's gonna cook you some good eggs this morning.
Yeah, he's good at what he does in the kitchen / backyard area.
I like the options here. You know, you're in a rush, no worries. Come get a bumper sticker and just a raw egg. Toss that in your jacket and head home.
Yeah.
Beefwater, you got somebody there?
Yeah, he had to run across the street. He said he was going to be right back. Evidently, he's on a mad dash to get a new breast pump for his wife.
Oh, that's
breast
important.
pump went out.
You don't want to leave her waiting when it comes to the breast pump.
Yeah, well, I didn't know you could acquire one at this hour, but he said he was zipping over to the place across the street, and he was going to be right back.
We already went into the Petco to
I think
get
it's
it.
The breast pump store.
The
Good
breast
morning.
pump
How you
store.
guys doing? We're just out here giving away these eggs that I just paid $600 for. Yeah, I know. They're high-end eggs. Would you like to put one in your pocket, ma'am? You're looking very curious. I think you're... Well, they're a fortune right now. We're out here trying to do the people a favor and save you some cash. You can come here. Let me put a couple in your purse.
Wow.
Put 3 eggs.
Slip a couple eggs in
go
there.
ahead. I'm going to give you one extra. I'm going to give you 3 eggs. Look at that. She can palm 3 eggs
Yeah.
right in her hand.
Pretty impressive.
Oh, she's a cook, no doubt.
Oh,
She'll
I
put those
love
to
it.
good
What's
use.
your name? Julie. Great to meet you this morning. Thank you for coming out and handling my eggs. It was very thoughtful.
Hey now.
I do.
She used to work with us at Terra Firma.
Oh, well, fantastic. Should I tell her you said hi, or are you guys enemies? Well, I will let her know.
Yeah, tell her I said hi.
I will do. Enjoy those eggs. You bet. Have a good day. You too. Take care.
Look at that. A happy customer. They better be. It's
that.
free, for God's sake.
pretty ballsy dropping raw eggs in there. You got to walk very gingerly.
She's a cook. She knows what she's doing.
Don't
Yeah.
forget that those eggs are in there because you're going to have a big mess. if
She
you
went.
don't.
She went and put them in her cup holder.
Oh, that's
Oh,
a good
nice.
place for them.
She didn't want to be accused of shoplifting.
Oh, yeah. He stole
good
3
call.
eggs.
Head down to Winco in Tigard. Beefwater's there for, I don't know, another 30, 40 minutes or so, and he's giving away free eggs. It's a free egg Friday. Either get a couple of free eggs or have him cook one up for
Oh,
you.
we got somebody else now. What's happening, man?
We're popping on.
Better drop an egg
Well,
on that grill.
let's egg it up, dude. What's going on this morning? How you doing? What's your name? Aaron. Great to meet you. So what are we doing? You want some raws? You want me to whip you up a couple of? Let's do it, dude. Here you go. What's up with you, man? There's a couple of eggs. What's going on with you? What's your name? Gary. Great to meet you, man. Do you want to take a couple of these and put some huevos in your pocket and have a lovely day?
The raw.
at that.
No one wants your cooking.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Anybody else want one of these fancy Tanner, Drew, and Laura bumper stickers? All right.
Look
There
at
you
that.
go.
I like how Beefwater,
You too, man.
he's from the streets all of a sudden. Like, what's you doing?
Yeah, hey man, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, what's up,
He's
cuz?
slipping
All right.
the eggs like dime bags out there.
Yeah,
This is what we're doing. This is what
palming
we're
the
doing,
eggs.
dude.
Don't let anybody see what you're doing.
All right.
That's amazing.
Well,
Hey, dude, come back. We can take a
Wheeling
picture.
and dealing.
we're going to check in with you again in a second, Beefwater. You just hang out right there. We're going to leave you potted up on the air, and
Okay.
you're going to give away free eggs this morning.
Somebody's got to take him up on
doing
the
it.
cooked one. We got to.
Yeah.
We brought the flat top.
I know.
out.
I didn't buy some propane for this. Just
Yeah, it's
just a
game
waste.
time. Let's fry one up.
all right. So there is a video game Hall of Fame. I don't know if you knew that. Just like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or the NFL Hall of Fame.
There's a Hall of Fame for everything, it feels
There's a
like.
Hall of Fame for it all, right?
That's right.
And then, let's actually smile. I look like a stone.
Oh, he's taking pictures over there.
Oh,
so
yeah, I'm going to pop him down.
Yeah.
So, yes, the finalists for this year's World Video Game Hall of Fame, the finalists have been revealed, and there are 12 finalists. Now, are there some games off the top of your head that you think should be in the Video Game Hall of Fame right away, Drew?
Now, is this the first round of this, or are we?
Have we done this before?
We've done this before, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, there are some that automatically need to be in there. The Mario franchise, I'd say 1 and 3, but since you love 2, we could say
I do
1,
love
2,
2,
3.
and everyone doesn't love 2 is a bitch.
At least 1 and 3 changed the
Was
world.
that too much? Was that too much?
No, that's fair.
Zelda changed the world.
I was going to say Zelda. That's the first thing.
You talk about the gold one, the cartridge is gold,
Yes,
right?
original.
yes,
yeah.
And then the 2 games that I think took us to the next level are Mario Kart and 007.
But I would also think like games
GoldenEye.
like, which I agree with you, Drew, for sure. I would think games like Tetris and like Pong are already in there,
I
right?
think Tetris is
better
in there
be.
for sure.
Yeah.
Tetris is like that's the OG.
Yeah, Pac-Man,
Yeah,
things
right.
like that.
Well, Reese, let's see here. So here it is. The finalists for this year's Video Game Hall of Fame. It's Age of Empires, which I've never played.
You know, but back before they ruined these types of games with paywalls, Age of Empires was the best
I remember
game
you playing
on
that a lot.
on the PC when I was in college is when I played it really.
Yeah.
And it was you could just build an army and pillage, and it was never it was never another dollar
Yeah.
than the $30 you spent to get it.
Those
Man, see,
like
that's
city
the-
building games are fun back in the day.
and
That's the good
this,
old days, though.
this is when they first took it from SimCity, you build a city to
loved SimCity.
now we have swords and knives and horseback.
Yeah.
Didn't you play that game a lot, Laura, SimCity?
I played SimCity a lot, and then when The Sims came out, I was obsessed
Right.
with The Sims. And I got, you could get kind of mean, like put somebody in a swimming pool and then take out the ladder.
You would do things like that?
I mean,
you would just abuse the NPCs?
Not always, but sometimes or like you'd build a house with just like one.
Laura's that
one
girl.
square
If she
and put a person.
if
in
she
there.
ever were to play
take away the door.
Grand Theft Auto, she would just be that girl just driving over people,
Yeah.
shooting people
Because
randomly
what
for no
else is the
reason.
game for?
Which it's totally
Hello?
acceptable.
There are missions. You play the
Okay,
games.
yeah,
the
but
missions.
I mean, whatever.
Other games that are going into the Video Game Hall of Fame this year, we said Age of Empires, also Angry Birds.
See, that's
That's a great
that's
one,
a
right?
good one. That does deserve it.
because
I played that for hours. The sounds, they're stuck in my head. I dream about them.
And I feel like it was in the age of the coming of smartphone age. That was
Yep.
like number one on the smartphone. Like that was the introduction to games on your iPhone.
It's app one. Everybody
Yeah.
had Angry Birds, and it's ageless. You could play it with your kid. You could play
Yeah.
it when you're old. You could play it when if you hate yourself. It doesn't
it was
matter.
it was addicting, man. I would spend so much time in the toilet playing Angry Birds.
and it was free.
And
like
there
a
have been so
35-minute
many
bathroom break.
renditions of it. Like last time I was at Topgolf, there was an Angry Birds game you could play while you were golfing. So it kind of just took over the world.
They've
Well-
got it at Bullwinks.
It's a finalist for the Video Game Hall of Fame. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Yes. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That one,
Wow.
man.
Wait,
That's-
what number of Call of Duty was that?
It's 4. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
sorry, I didn't hear the four.
This
part
was
of it.
like early 2000s. I
Dude,
mean,
the shipment map, when the shipment map would come up, it would just be hell. Oh, I loved it so much. It was so addicting.
and it was the beginning of when you could play on Xbox Live with your buds. You didn't have to be there. You
Yeah,
could just.
there were no dumb skins. There wasn't some punk rock dude running around in the game or Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead.
Right.
It was just normal looking characters, and you had an airstrike, and like
You played the game.
there was like 2 things you could get. It was
Oh,
very
man.
simple.
Was that like that came after Command and Conquer because that was like the first PC game that I remember my brother playing all the time.
Command and Conquer that's the war version of Age of Empires. So Age of Empire
Okay.
is like with bow and arrows and swords. Command and Conquer is tanks and planes
Got
and
it.
bombs.
You're gonna like the rest of these games that are finalists for the Video Game Hall of Fame, Drew. I think you're gonna like this.
I'm pretty hot on the list so far. I'm loving this list.
Defender, Frogger, and
Frogger.
Frogger should have been there a while ago. I feel
Yeah.
like.
yeah, this has been on the ballot for a bit.
GoldenEye is on the list. That's right. GoldenEye. Dun, 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 dun.
It's the Michael Jordan. Or maybe it's the Wilt Chamberlain of first-person shooters. You know, like it's not the very first one, but it's the first great
Yeah,
one.
or not even first-person
But it's-
shooter, first-person slapper. That's the way
Yeah,
I
but
like
if
to
you
do
use that
it.
tiny guy slapping, you're a bitch.
pop, pop.
If you use that little tiny guy, what was his name?
Odd Job.
Odd Job.
Odd
If
Job,
you
yeah.
used Odd Job and slapped, you're a bitch, and you're not coming to my house to play anymore.
Oh,
I used to
man.
play with Siberian Special Forces, and he would blend into some of those walls. He was a criminal.
Other games going into the Video Game Hall of Fame, or at least the finalists, Golden Tee. You see that pretty much everywhere. That's a
Oh,
fun
yeah.
And that's
It's a
25
golf game, right?
plus years in the bar.
game. Harvest Moon. I don't know what that is,
I don't know what Harvest
but that's the
Moon is.
finalist. Mattel Football, Quake, NBA 2K,
NBA 2K, I mean, that's a serious franchise.
and Tamagotchi.
NBA 2K
Oh.
first came out for the Dreamcast. You remember the Dreamcast?
Oh yeah, it didn't last very long.
No, but that
It killed Sega actually.
because the first one was in 2000, and now we're 25 years into the franchise.
Wait, hold on a minute. Tamagotchi, is that just the actual Tamagotchi, or was there a game?
There must have been a game
Based
because
on-
it just says Tamagotchi.
I
Oh,
feel
well,
like
Tamagotchi-
Tamagotchi could be considered a video game, I guess.
Well,
Like
that's
the
what
little
they're
egg.
doing. That's
Yeah?
what they're doing here because it's the program inside the egg.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, Tamagotchi was in your generation, Laura, and my kids. Like, it wasn't
anyone
for me.
figured
What the hell
out-
is Tamagotchi?
Has
It's a
anyone figured
fake-
out how to keep your pet alive? Because
Oh,
I
it's those
killed
things.
mine.
It's
Oh,
stupid.
God.
It's
It's-
Skip that thing across the
Oh,
lake
it's
like a
nuts.
rock.
How dare you? Stupid.
Oh, it's
Tamagotchi.
absolute. All right, you tell me when it's 3 in the morning and
Laura-
something's
Laura-
beeping in your living
and you
room.
gotta feed your child.
It was
Yeah,
like
and
those
then you gotta
babies they
clean up
give you in
its poop.
school.
When a
Well, kind of,
6-year-old,
but cooler.
and my kids are growing out of them now, but when a 6-year-old has a Tamagotchi or Gotchi,
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi's
Put
the
away that
fancy one.
Tamagotchi.
and they don't tend to it, it beeps all over your house
Yeah,
under
I know.
a blanket
that's
in
why
a
you gotta,
corner.
That's why you gotta tend to it.
Snuff
your
it
kids,
out,
your kids obviously are not ready for a dog.
put it in a glass of water, and go to bed.
All right, you can vote for your favorite video game right now through March 13th. So I'm voting for GoldenEye, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare,
Birds,
those
maybe.
yeah, and
Angry
but
Birds.
Those first two, those are the ones for me.
Tamagotchi.
Yeah, those
But
are
yeah.
the games I loved.
Yeah.
All right, we'll check in with Beefwater again in a few minutes. He's at the Winco in Tigard. It's a free egg Friday. He's giving away free eggs this morning. Head down there. All right, it's a free egg Friday on 105.9 The Brew. We are giving away free eggs to random people this morning. Since they're so damn expensive, we just thought we'd help people out. We went to Winco, bought a bunch of eggs, and Beefwater is now posted up in the Winco parking lot in Tigard. And he's just giving away free eggs. You actually have the choice to have him give you some free raw eggs, or he'll cook you up an egg right there on the spot. We're checking in with him live here because he's got a bunch of people out there.
Here's a couple raw ones for you. Toss those in your pocket.
Man, Beefwater giving it to people raw this morning.
Beefwater giving it to people raw.
Wow.
That should have been the title of this.
Yeah, what if we
That could be the title of today's episode, I suppose. Beefwater, giving it to him raw. Oh, whatever, you figure it out.
We'll make it work.
So yeah, how many people have asked you for raw eggs compared to how many people have asked you to cook an egg up?
I think we're at about a 6-to-2 ratio, raw to scramble.
Okay.
Why don't people just want breakfast?
Because
Well,
people
I
don't
got
trust
one guy-
Beefwater. They want to go home and cook their own stuff, and that makes sense.
He doesn't look that clean.
You're a liar, sir. I got two people that are very trustworthy standing right in front of me.
All right.
And he, one guy is just getting off work, getting ready to go home and go to bed. So this is technically going to be his dinner.
Nice.
Yeah,
Ooh.
okay. That's
And
good dinner.
then I've got another guy coming for some breakfast. So and then another one after that. So this is turning into actual work now.
What?
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be so gassed at the end.
And we're giving away food with no permit, just like the guys outside of the Moda Center.
I wonder if free lets you off, like since you don't charge.
Yeah, we're not charging them.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
eat at your own risk. Mumble that as you hand them over.
Yeah, because we don't have any waivers out there, so.
Yeah, right. So Beefwater, it's Beefwater's one egg omelet. He's posted up at the Winco in Tigard in the parking lot, just giving away free eggs this morning since they're so damn expensive. We thought we'd help people out. You can head down there, either get a free egg, some raw eggs, or you can have him cook one up there right in front of you.
He's the man of the people.
Man, he's so busy with that spatula.
Yeah, we're doing it. I'm trying to keep the eggs inside Tanner's glorious crepe pan here.
All right. We'll check in with you in just a few minutes. Let's do this.
And now, the big story.
It's time to go around the room sharing what we think the biggest stories of the day are. Laura, you want to kick it off?
I can go first. This is pretty crazy. I don't know if you saw this, but yesterday a SpaceX Starship spacecraft basically blew up and shot debris everywhere. It was
The footage is crazy.
It was a massive explosion, and it was so powerful that it actually disrupted air traffic in parts of Florida and the Caribbean.
I heard it even
during this time.
even as far as Pennsylvania.
Wow.
There are flights delayed because of it.
But this is the second time that this has happened. Not like an explosion of this caliber, but they've been having all sorts of trouble with these SpaceX spacecraft. So we'll see what happens. Apparently now the FAA and SpaceX are both investigating, trying to figure out why this happened, because that's not great. They have...
I don't understand how they're still investigating the last explosion, but they cleared him to go this round. Like, how about you figure out why he exploded last time before you clear him a second time?
Especially when you're dropping debris into the ocean and potentially other places as well. They said it was all, it's fine because they have protocols in place for when this happens. They have people going out and collecting the debris, and it's fine. It's not a big deal. But still, it's a little unsettling. I don't know.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, but if
big
vacuum. If you haven't seen the footage, definitely worth checking out because it's pretty wild. 1059thebrew.com.
The big story to me is Walgreens is going private, but that's not the big story. The big story is the Global Day of Unplugging starts tonight, guys. Now, if you are someone who's on your phone constantly and screening out, you're not alone. The average person spends 4 hours and 37 minutes a day on their phone, and adults report to being online almost constantly. Now, I think it's a little annoying. I get it because they probably don't want it in the middle of a work week, but you work all week, and now I'm supposed to unplug from my television, from my phone, from everything on Friday night.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Read?
I'm just going to sit here and act like the Little House on the Prairie?
Talk to my family? No way.
Look up? I mean, you got to be kidding me. Let's do this on a Wednesday next year, but try not to. Well, I guess you could at least turn it down a notch.
Yeah.
Try and cut into that 4 hours and 37 minutes.
Right. I think the big story of the day is President Trump says he'll probably extend the deadline of the TikTok ban if a deal isn't reached. Yeah, yesterday, President Trump said he knows that there's a lot of interest in the social media platform. When asked if he plans to extend the deadline for the ban if an American company doesn't buy the app, Trump said probably, yeah. Currently, the Chinese app-owned company ByteDance has until April 5th to sell TikTok to someone based in the United States.
Ooh, that's coming
I
up.
kind of forgot about that.
I know. I think it's going to be fine. I don't know. I just can't imagine it. There's so much money tied into it, and there's so many small businesses that rely on it. I just don't see it happening.
The last ban was 9 hours.
It really did. Well, that was a stunt. That wasn't even a. That was a
Right,
radio.
yeah.
That was the equivalent to a radio station stunt.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, it's a
pretty
gimmick for
weak.
sure.
Way to shake the iron fist at him.
It's Craig FM. We're playing The End of the World as We Know It all day long. It's like something like that.
Exactly.
They just do stupid dumb
9 hours, then back to regular
We've
programming.
changed our name to K-Talk today.
Yeah. More on those stories at 1059thebrew.com. Just click on Tanner, Drew, and Laura. All right, coming up next. Oh, my goodness gracious. I know we just discussed it.
Hibbity-hibbity-hoo.
What the hell was our...
What's your trade?
No,
just kidding.
no.
Sorry.
That's
Spoiler
Monday.
alert. Spoiler alert.
Pac-Man Jones got us
Yeah.
thinking about this.
So,
Oh, that's right.
XFL, this is a wild story. We'll tell you more about it in a second, but XFL what?
He probably played in the XFL too because he's a wild man.
is
I'm
a
just going to
thing, yeah.
retire. I can't even speak anymore.
Former NFL
player Pac-Man Jones revealed that he actually never used his own urine in a drug test.
And they test you all the time in the NFL.
So we want to know, have you ever faked a drug test? If so, how did you do it? No, seriously, how did you do it? We got a thing coming up, and I have to pass this.
We're in trouble.
866-445-1059 is the number. You can also send us a talk back to the iHeartRadio app. It's 1059 The Brew. It is a free egg Friday. Giving away free eggs this morning because they're just too damn expensive. This morning we found out that not only is it due to some inflation, but a lot of it just straight up price gouging from corporations.
It's corporate greed.
They say that since this bird flu thing went down, the main company has had over $1 billion in profits since all this bird flu stuff went down.
I gotta be honest with you. If bird flu was a thing and I worked in the egg industry, I would 100% be using that as an excuse.
But,
you know what I mean? Like
it's that type of thing that's making the rest of us
insane
struggle.
Yeah.
And they're just getting richer.
Right.
It's not fair.
So we're giving away free eggs. Beef Waters posted up at the Winco in Tigard. It's right off Pacific Highway, across the street from that Costco. There's a Walmart over there too. He's posted up with the station vehicle, literally cooking eggs out of the back of it. Mm-hmm. So you can go down there and either have him give you a raw egg. You have your choice, a raw egg, or he'll just fry up an egg right there on the spot. Mm-hmm. He's got a bunch of people. Beef Water. I think there's some people he was cooking for.
What do you guys think of those eggs?
Yeah, I would say 4.5 out of 5.
4.5. Where did I go wrong?
I would say a little on there's a couple runny parts in there maybe.
Oh, you're like
a little
me.
bit longer.
Yeah, I like them a little firm. But technically, that's how you cook the scrambled egg, according to Gordon Ramsay. So we're both wrong on that.
Right.
Okay. All right. He's saying 5. I got a 4 out of 5, 4.5, and a 5 out of 5.
Hey,
so
that's a
I'm
pretty
saying
good score.
Yeah,
Beef
4.7
Waters
that's a
combined.
great score.
Beef Waters mobile
And,
one egg
that-
omelets going to turn out to be a pretty good
It's a
business.
hit.
That's it. I would say a 4.5 in a cold parking lot is the equivalent of a 6.
Yeah, but you got to get the runny out of that, though. Give him an extra flip,
Nobody
and you'll
wants
get
a
up to 5.
runny scrambled
Yeah, I
egg
like mine
beef.
a little.
Got to be firm.
A little firm too. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I cook a better egg than you.
Just don't get our listeners sick. All right, don't get anybody sick.
He took offense.
We're good, dude. We're way good.
All right, Beef Water. We'll check in with you in a few minutes. Thank you, good sir. All right, we want to know this morning, have you ever faked a drug test? Maybe you got a new job and you had to do it to get hired, but you knew that you just smoked a huge blunt the night before. Mm-hmm. So you needed to use somebody else's pee.
Yeah.
Or whatever the case is. How did you fake the drug test?
Where do you go about getting somebody else's pee?
Oh, well, now it's an easy game because now the internet has it for you. But before, you used to have to grind.
866-445-1059. I have a feeling I've never faked a drug test before. You ever done that?
Believe it or not, I have not faked a drug test. I have declined a drug test before I'm not so proud of being like into these things as a kid. I would have liked to be a little bit older, but I smoked a little pot, and I had to go do an evaluation at a place called A Minor Miracle.
Oh, wow.
It does not exist anymore. It was
Wow.
downtown Portland, and it was a thing that I had to do because they suspected that kids were smoking pot at school, so they had us all get these evaluations.
Okay.
So I had the
Minor
evaluation.
miracle.
I thought I had a nice, convincing little conversation with the lady, who then proceeded to bring my parents in and hand over a bucket of.
Your son's high out of his mind right now.
Well, luckily, she just thought that my entire lifestyle, I wasn't being forthcoming. And so we're going to just make sure by sending you home with urine cups. Well, I proceeded to walk out of that meeting and spike those cups in a garbage can in the hallway. And believe it or not, never took the test, because guess what happens when you spike the cups? They know what the test would have been.
Yeah.
But on paper.
It's like when you deny a DUI, the test on the scene.
Yeah,
you're like, okay,
exactly.
Well, then you're getting a charge.
But on paper, for me, it was never a positive.
Yeah.
But if it was in the days of the get it off of Amazon, I probably would have got it off the Zon.
Mm-hmm.
How did you fake a drug test? 866-445-1059 is the phone number. The reason we asked this morning is former NFL star Pac-Man Jones. Previously, he's been a pretty outspoken advocate for cannabis. And I guess recently just said that, he actually never used his own urine during drug tests when he was playing in the NFL. Never.
And definitely, and I think we all are pro pot for them over pharmaceuticals. They should be allowed to do pain management with weed.
I absolutely agree.
And it's stupid.
Pac-Man Jones says, I cheated the program. He says, like, I was really good. People don't know how smart I am, but like, I can say it now. I don't play no more. But I never used my own urine. Not one time. Not one time.
Yeah, he had a setup. Well, I mean, there was all these guys. There was Ontario Smith, the old Oregon Duck, who was in the NFL when he got caught using the Whizzinator. You remember that?
Oh, yeah, the
Whizzinator?
the fake penis.
It was a whole strap-on situation loaded with another man's urine and kept warm. Uh-huh. What a unit.
That must have been expensive.
Hundreds of dollars to get that thing, and then busted.
Wow.
How do they bust you?
You got to have eyes on the piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means they have to watch you? Like, that is not real. That is, you are not that big, sir.
Yeah, well, I know. And luckily, he probably, by the looks of the man, probably was pretty grande. But if I'm spending that kind of money to keep it warm and do the whole thing, when a stranger looks at it, I want them to be convinced it's real.
Right, it's got to be convincing.
Like to where they're embarrassed they looked at it.
I don't think you should be able to look at it, for God's sakes.
Yeah,
I'm going to do this in private. I'm not.
It's a little aggressive.
How did you fake a drug test? Let's go to line 2. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Good morning.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, sir. How did you fake one?
I didn't fake one, but a friend of mine needed to take a drug test because he was getting a job at Wafer Tech, but he had to take it, and this like back in the mid-'90s. And so I don't do drugs. So he came to me and he brought a balloon and he said, hey, and he washed it out to get the powder out of it and had me go in the restroom and pee in it. And then he took it up there and he put it next to his body to keep it warm,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went up and he cut it open and he spilled some on himself, and then he dumped it in the cup. And I guess there was just enough in the cup after everything was done, but he passed and he got the job.
That's amazing.
What a pal.
Yeah, and you do have to be careful.
What are bros for?
I do know a guy who failed because he did just that, but he didn't realize that what they can tell is if you are a male or a
And he used a female.
and was busted.
That's it. I did know
Oh,
that.
yeah. Well, we're both male.
Yeah, I figured.
There it is. All right, dude, thanks for sharing that story with us. 866-445-1059 is the number. Pac-Man Jones never used his real urine when he was in the NFL to do drug tests. And apparently that can happen now, like the way he did it, the way they do it now.
Is more advanced.
Pac-Man Jones wouldn't be able to get away with it like that anymore.
You probably go through a body scanner if you think about it. If they'll find out if you have a balloon against your leg.
Isn't cannabis okay now, or is it still not?
I don't think.
I thought it was
certain leagues are not testing
NBA.
for it.
The NBA wasn't testing for it.
Which I think really they all need to get with the times and just you don't have to promote it. Just leave it alone.
You're not allowed to take this marijuana. Take this handful of pills instead.
Yeah, you need 9 Vicodin.
Let me give you a shot in the butt.
That's what you need.
How did you fake the drug test? More of your calls and texts coming up.
1, 2, 3.
And now, Brew Sports. Here's Drew.
Well, we're getting down to crunch time. You know, everybody talks about, will the Blazers make the play-in? Is it a yes? Is it a no? Right now, it's looking like they just kind of have to win the majority of their games. Now that we got under 20 games left, it's the home stretch of the season. Now, some teams are going to start resting people, but we saw against the Celtics that even the B squad of an A-level team can be dangerous, especially from downtown. Still reeling from what Pritchard did to us. But tonight, Oklahoma City favored by just 2.5 points now. Now, when you look at the computer predictor of this, it does look like we're going to get run out of the gym, but the Blazers have been underestimated all season long and will look to get back to business tonight. And if they win this game, that's 5 of 7 on this road trip. That's way better than 500 and would look real nice moving forward. So 5 o'clock tonight, Blazer Vision, and of course you can check it out on Rip City Radio, 6:20 a.m. That hopefully by the time we're back, we'll have 2 fresh W's to speak of with the Pistons coming to town on Sunday. There's your sports.
Thank you much. More on those stories at 1059thebrew.com. Just click on Tanner, Drew, and Laura. All right, in about an hour, we've got one more pair of tickets to go see comedian Jerry Seinfeld when he takes over Bend in July. That'll be a really great show. Coming up next, so we want to know how you faked a drug test. Found out that Pac-Man Jones never used his real urine when he was in the NFL. He always faked it. So how did you pull it off? 866-445-1059. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew. Happy Friday. All right, how did you fake a drug test? I've never had to fake one. They don't drug test us here, and that's a good thing because I would not be employed.
It would be a pretty boring industry.
We want to know how you did it, though. Pac-Man Jones, apparently, when he was in the NFL, never used his real urine for a drug test. Apparently, the way they do it in the NFL now, he wouldn't be able to pull that off anymore. But I guess back when he was doing it, he never used his real urine. Always used a buddy's or...
Because it's a silly thing. You should be tested for performance-enhancing drugs in that industry, right?
Right.
For steroids and for, weird things with what your body's doing where you're cheating on the outside. But
if you smoke weed on the off season, who cares?
And weed never made you better at football. Like,
Right.
I don't remember
if
one
anything,
person...
it makes you worse.
Yeah, exactly. You're fighting uphill a little bit, but if it's what you need, leave it alone.
It's such an antiquated thing, But I feel like times are changing, so
They
that's
are.
good.
Yeah, I do feel like maybe we'll see it in our lifetime when people just relax.
And just leave people be. I mean, you can
don't think so?
You can drink handles of vodka,
I know.
and it's not a problem.
I know.
One joint, and you've got problems.
You're out.
We want to know, how did you fake your drug test? We've got some talkbacks coming in through the iHeartRadio app. Download it for your cell phone today. And once you have the Brew streaming, press the microphone button.
Super easy to fake a drug test. Just go into a smoke shop, find yourself some Quick Fix Plus, microwave it, like the directions say, get the hand warmer on it, keep it in between your legs. Bam, you're good to go. I've faked probably 15 or 20 drug tests.
Jeez.
Get the job and just randoms.
Yeah, I faked a drug test one time. My old employer called me up and wanted me to come back to work, but they had suspicions that I was smoking pot. So one of the salespeople went inside, filled up a balloon, told me to stick this between my legs, and I ran down there and did my pee test, and it actually came out fine. The interesting thing was the guy that actually gave me the clean urine did 5 years in prison for cocaine. So, thought it was kind of funny. Hope you guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Imagine that you're trying to beat the weed, and they're like, yeah, no pot, but you definitely have a cocaine problem.
You're under arrest, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. How did you fake your drug test?
It's funny. The only time that I was ever drug tested and ever have been in my life was the only time I wasn't smoking weed.
Really?
I got caught up at school, hanging out with some friends who were smoking weed, got suspended because they thought I was. My parents drug tested me for like a week and a half straight. And I didn't even start smoking weed until I was like 18 years old almost. So I was like 15 at the time.
Hold on, they suspended you without even having you take a drug test first?
Oh, yeah. This was like, this was probably 2007. They didn't care. They just, they caught us. They caught the other friends with the weed. They thought it was good enough, and they're like, get out of here. You're gone.
Right.
Now, when your parents tested you and it was clean, did you take that back to the school, or did you just eat the suspension?
I'm not going back to school.
No,
I'm taking this day off.
I ended up dropping out my senior year, unfortunately, for credit reasons. But yeah, I just took the L and was like, okay, I'll take the free vacation.
That's what I would think.
Fair enough.
Just took the loss.
Yeah.
Dude, there was one time I got suspended in school. My mom never knew for 3 days.
That's wild. Did you just not go home?
No, I did go home. So they called, but she was at work that day, so they left a voicemail message. This is back in the early days of voicemail. I got home before she did and erased that thing.
Oh, nice.
Right? So she never knew. So I got it. So those 3 days, I literally would wake up every morning, put my clothes on, pretend to go to school, and she would go to work, and I would go home.
That's incredible.
Wow.
You pulled that off.
And she never found out.
Well, now she knows.
No, she doesn't listen to this. She doesn't care about what I do.
And it's too late now.
Yeah, right.
Got away with it.
All right, Eli, appreciate your call,
No,
bro.
they didn't. Take it easy.
So I hit the dump button on Eli.
Get into memory lane. It's tough.
How did you fake a drug test? It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Good morning.
5 years, I used my son's urine, and I had him pee in a condom, and I'd keep that on me to keep it warm for when I had to take UAs at work.
How old was he?
Yeah, I'm
when
afraid
you
he
first
might think
told him to
that's
do
all condoms are for.
Yeah, how old was your son when you first told him to do that?
He was 2.
Oh,
Jesus!
Oh my God! You're a savage.
Hey, pee in this for me, would you?
And so, like, you probably, if you put it in a condom, I would assume that you probably got some of his pee on you. Like, it's just going to happen.
Yeah, but I mean, it's your son, it's your kid, and you wash off your hands, you know.
At 2, you're covered in
you
urine.
kind of got to help him out a little.
7,
He's like, hold on a minute.
Yeah, and then it was no problem.
What happens if, like,
It was here,
what
just
happens if the
go fill
condom
this
breaks
up.
in his pocket? You know what I mean?
it'd be on me, and I'd have it on my kind of next to my thigh, and if it broke in there, I would just be screwed.
Yeah, knowing it's your 2-year-old son, though, I guess makes it a little bit better. Thanks, Tattoo Bob.
Yep, you guys take care.
How did you fake a drug test? We got some text messages coming in on our McLaughlin Chevrolet text line. This one comes from 9897. It says, I didn't fake a drug test, but one of my employees thought I did and made me do 3 retests because they didn't believe the test would come back completely clean of anything. But I've never smoked or taken drugs or of any kind, whether legal or illegal. So after 4 tests, they finally hired me. What, did you just look like, oh, this guy looks like he does drugs?
God. And
that's super cool of him.
You're the most sober guy ever, and you look twisted.
Super cruel. I mean, what the
Maybe if he did a little bit of drugs, they'd think he was straight and narrow.
Yeah, maybe he was...
lean into it.
Yeah, a little too high strung.
7237 says, back in the 90s, my 13-year-old was making $20 a pop ping for my pothead friends that needed clean drug tests for jobs or probation.
God.
With all these, like, having your kids or other people's kids do it for you, like, Tattoo Bob, I know that since I don't have a son, like, we won't play baseball catch, and we won't have those rite of passages, and I'll never be able to steal their urine for a test. It's like I'm feeling a little left out with girls.
Because you can tell if it's female or male or female urine.
Amy's in the clear, though. She's got pee.
Oh, yeah. If she wants to get off the deep end, she's got a lot of sources.
Yeah.
9820 says, I worked with a guy who lived in one of those rehab homes. He was getting tested pretty frequently. After work, he asked me to pee in a little flask, and he paid me $20 a pop for it.
$20? I'd be like, dude, you're on hard times. You're in a halfway house. You can just have it.
Yeah, I think you're overcharged. What is inflation on pee, too?
That is huge.
I mean, of course.
That guy now works for the egg company.
Let's go to Spencer. Good morning, Spencer.
Hey, guys. So I didn't do the faking. I've never had to fake, but the first time I met a buddy, he walks into a friend's house and goes, I've been doing too many hard drugs, and I got to get my journeyman pass. Who's got clean piss for me?
Oh, hold on. Real quick, you can't say the P word.
Just have to say pee.
Just say urine or pee or something. Yeah.
Urine. Yeah. Yeah. So he walked in and said, who's got clean urine for me? And I was like, I got you. And he said he just threw it on the dash, turned the heater full up, and just poured it in the cup, and life was good.
See, and Spencer's one of those guys, he doesn't look like he's got clean urine, so that's impressive.
He's like that last guy.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
How dare you?
Class A license, sir. Uncle Sam said I can't do anything fun.
But it does make me nervous, though, like when these guys fake their tests, and there's just like dudes operating excavators with dirty old pee.
Yeah, you're like, do I feel comfortable about this?
Yeah.
But it's not like alcohol. If you're on it, then in a urine test, if you test positive, you're not necessarily ripped at work.
That's the whole thing. It's
That's
like,
true,
don't come to work drunk, don't come to work stoned, leave it at that.
So if you fake your drug test, but you never go run that excavator stoned, then I don't have a problem.
All right, not everyone's stoned at work. I mean, I am, but not everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks, Spencer. We appreciate you, bro.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Let's go to line 2. Hi, it's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. How did you fake a drug test?
That's you.
That's you.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Hello.
Currently baked.
Yeah, dude, I heard you say hello. Go!
Oh, sorry. Radio's on. I'm hearing a delay of you guys. So, I know how to get. I've gotten through quite a few of them. They have a thing in other places. It's called synthetic urine or quick fix. Up here, they call it fetish pee. But it works wonders.
Wow.
Isn't that
my
funny?
Come get your fetish pee.
God.
Well, that's probably how they
I've
get
never
away
heard
with
it called that until I came to Oregon. But yeah, I've done it dozens upon dozens of times over decades, and it works.
Wow, over decades. So is that something you get at an adult
Interesting.
store, I'm guessing?
Head shop.
Well,
Yeah.
the fetish part.
Because somebody else mentioned the whole
Yeah, I
quick
know,
fix
right?
thing,
But yeah.
and it was like a vape.
I bet you if
Yeah.
you just go straight to your head shop and tell them what you need, they'll be able to punch
They
you in the
have
right
all-
direction.
They got a whole right next to the bong cleaners. It's right there.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
All right, dude.
Yeah, I didn't know, but yeah, that they had to clarify what it was called here. But yeah, there's definitely a way.
Works well.
Appreciate it. Pac-Man Jones faked all of his drug tests in the NFL. How did you fake yours? We have more talkbacks to the iHeartRadio app.
Ahoy, hoy, Brew Crew.
Ahoy, hoy.
Happy Friday. So yeah, I got a new job with a mail company, and they wanted a drug test. So I had to fly up here to Portland, and I brought a bottle of synthetic urine with me in my suitcase. So the TSA found it and just kind of stared at me, and I go, well, can I have it? And it was under like 4 ounces, so I was able to bring it. Then I passed the test.
That's amazing.
Even if it's under 4 ounces, you can bring your own urine.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
Not on the don't fly list here.
Yeah, you didn't say I couldn't. So, well, it works. Wow.
No
I've used my
snow globe, but you
boyfriend's
can have
urine,
that.
Had him pee in a cup, then I transfer it to a condom, put the condom in the woohoo with a tampon.
Wait, hold on. Let me back this up here. What? What? This one seems like the grossest one yet.
I've used my boyfriend's urine, had him pee in a cup, then I transfer it to a condom, put the condom in the woohoo with a tampon to hold it there. Go to the facility, pop it with a nail. Urine is body temperature. Take the leftover condom wrapper, put it in toilet paper, put it in my pocket, and done.
Oh my God.
First of all,
you're not
she
going to be able to
used
tell.
Well, first of all, she used her boyfriend's urine, so like that won't
Right
work.
there, it's red flag. That's like, this
Right?
is a male's
There's gotta
urine.
be like you don't have to be going through all that trouble. Like that is a lot of work.
Just put it on your thigh. What are you doing?
Yeah, what are we doing?
All that work just to fail it, because she did. It was male urine. They can tell. That's the one thing they can tell.
My only question is because I know not all drug tests are created equal. You have ones that test for 9 drugs, one that tests for 5 drugs,
Right.
ones that test for 15. They're scheduled. And so I wonder if there's like a real budget version that's just pot or no pot. She's
could be.
I don't know if she failed that, but it seemed like she was pretty proud of it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Either way, the effort. It's a MacGyver move that should be acknowledged.
When I was in my late teens, early 20s, I had someone else pee for me. I tried to keep it warm, took it in, did the thing, took it back out. They said it had no temperature reading. The lady hated her job. I asked her what to do about it. She said, I don't really care, and I passed.
Wow.
This is freezing cold, sir.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm having some health issues.
Yeah, apparently.
Beef water. You ever fake a drug test? Because you're a pretty heavy user.
Here's the thing: I've never had to take a drug test ever one time in my life.
I'm the same way.
The only urine test I've ever taken was like for a doctor's exam.
Yeah, I guess I had to for when I got my job at Target. My first and only job that wasn't in radio. The only time I had to do it.
Really,
I feel
for
like
Target.
I feel like it's been on every application. Like it says, "Are you willing
to?" Yeah.
Yeah, and sure, fine. But I
bet more companies, maybe more companies are not doing it as much because for when it's legal in a lot of states, and I bet it's expensive.
Absolutely.
Because they pay for it.
Yeah.
So I bet it's kind of expensive to do. So I don't know.
And if it's not safety, if it's not like heavy machinery
Yeah,
or
yeah.
driving truck,
Who cares?
And they don't personally care, they might want to make sure you're not on meth, but they can do that by looking in your eyes.
But yeah, Drew. Even as an electrician, never had to do it.
Wow.
That's interesting.
How did you fake a drug test? More of your calls and texts coming up. Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura wanting to know how you faked your drug test. Bro, we got so many responses from this topic. Like, everyone's got a way to fake the drug test. Everybody.
Yeah. Because even if that's not where you're at right now in life, at some point someone came calling and you were like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I need a plan.
6564 says, I haven't faked the drug test, but I wanted to address what Tanner said about telling the difference between male and female urine. While it's true that they can, it takes a special laboratory DNA analysis. It can be done with drug test kits and that they use these days. That's what we figured, that there were different tiers, because it seems like sometimes they can tell for a lot of drugs, and sometimes it's just like they're looking for one or two things.
Mm-hmm. So it's more sophisticated with time. It looks like, and we had one call earlier off the air about someone could see that someone was pregnant. That probably also changes the whole dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of sad. 9589 says, I grew up raised by junkies. To me as a child, peeing in jars for your parents or older sister's boyfriend was just normal. Pretty screwed up, huh? Also, when I was in the Army, we would do unit level UAs, so everyone had to pee.
Yeah.
Part of that, some of that was done. We had pee watchers, so people would have to watch you do it.
That doesn't surprise me about the military.
The military, it's like, well, but what about my rights? Like, that's hilarious. Do you remember when you were 18 and you signed that paperwork?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Take your clothes off and do some push-ups.
Let me see your ding-a-ling.
They're technically our rights at this point.
By regulation, you're required to watch the urine exit the body. So that's according to him.
Wow.
This one says, 1912 says, I used bleach to pass a pee test. Got the job, but it hurt my throat. What?
Oh, get out.
She's joking. She's not
gotta
telling
be
the truth.
Stop.
Whatever to win the test.
Hi, it's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. How did you fake a pee test?
Hey, so I don't know if anybody said this. I just got in the car, but 100% cranberry juice and Knox clear gelatin, like a whole pack of that, and like 2 of those, big bottles you get off the shelf of 100% cranberry juice. It just tastes raunchy. You mix it together with the Knox jelly, and supposedly it takes the THC out of your pee.
What?
But yeah, it also makes you poop for days.
Oh my God.
It's
like, I nearly died from the diarrhea, but you will likely pass the test.
Small price to pay for a job.
And
Small
cranberry
price.
juice,
it works like a charm.
You know when you take a sip of cranberry juice, it immediately dries out your soul? 2 full jugs?
100%.
Oh, baby.
It's a lot.
Thanks for the call, bro. Appreciate it. Glad you got the gig.
100%. Yeah.
What's that drug called, or a vitamin? Is it niacin? Is that
That's what people used to take.
That's what my ex-boyfriend in college, because I was a good kid. I never smoked weed, but he's always like,
You're a boring kid.
True. He's like, I gotta keep my niacin handy. But then I guess it made you itch. Was that a thing? Right? Like
too much niacin will make you flush. And so that
you just turn red.
Well, it just does something to your skin.
Irritate your skin.
We got some more talkbacks coming in through the iHeartRadio app. Download the iHeartRadio app for your cell phone. And once you have the brew streaming, press the microphone button.
Morning, Brew Crew. Growing up in Idaho where they weren't cool with having fun with the devil's lettuce, had a couple probation officers throughout my teenage years. And to be able to get away with that, what you had to do was get a big enough pill bottle. Make sure that when the liquid hits that line, you have to have enough in there. Find somebody that's not as fun, that has clean pee. Microwave it for 10 seconds. Tidy-whities under the boxers. Makes the temperature come down to your body temp. Passed every time. Have a good day, guys.
Wow. So many tricks.
Doesn't matter how straight-laced you sound, you might just have the trick.
More talkbacks. Yes, Beefhearter.
Yo,
hey,
what's up?
It's okay. I was just gonna say I love the Mr. Wizard effect that these people have, where it's like it's 147 steps, but we pass it every time.
Yo, hey, what's up, guys? Your boy Rudy. Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
I have used my boys' urine in the past to pass a drug test until, that is, they got older and started smoking weed themselves. So then I started using synthetic urine that you could get from the head shops anywhere out there in Portland. And it actually works. Just got to make sure it's the same temperature and stuff. Love you guys. Keep rocking.
I don't know how they can't tell it's synthetic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how can
especially these days, like when they know that kind of stuff is on the market.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd be able to test for it.
And when you take these tests, a lot of times it's like you don't have like a point of contact. You go you go in a little closet or a little bathroom, and then you put this urine into a cabinet and you leave. So like, how quick do they have to get that to make sure it's at temp? Because I feel like if they were like it's not temp, I'm like, well, you're lazy. I left it in there.
You have to do it almost immediately.
That thing was piping hot like coffee.
Yeah.
And now you just waited too long.
I know whenever I pee in a cup, I'm like, damn.
There's a lot of temperature.
I didn't realize how
here.
hot it is.
It's always awkward when you have to like bring it out instead of just putting it in the door.
Yeah, I feel
They're
like a creep.
Yeah, just come out here and put it on the counter. I'm like, what?
I'm the weird guy with this pee here.
Where do I put this?
We got
Up
more
in the
talk
air.
facts in the app.
Yo, hey, what's up, Brew Crew? It's your boy Rudy again. Just wanted to leave a quick comment on the topic yesterday.
I
know
know,
I'm
we'll
late.
deal with it. We have no time for this. Sorry,
Yeah,
Rudy.
very busy today.
Let me derail you guys real quick.
Bing bong, it's your boy Rudy again.
Oh, for God's sakes, Rudy!
Rudy.
He's bing-bonging through
I'm on a
the Friday.
9-hour road trip. I'm just going to talk back the whole way.
So when I was finishing my program in medical assisting, we do have to take a drug test at the very end so we can get hired on to our externships. Well, I am a chronic user of the devil's lettuce here, but the only way I was actually able to pass was Gatorade and gelatin packets. Less than like $3 to get everything, and you pass every single time.
Oh,
This
That's
gelatin
what somebody else
thing.
said. Yeah, that's interesting. I'd never heard that before.
And a chronic user of weed is an interesting way to say it.
Let's go to Ted. Good morning, Ted. Tell us, how did you fake a drug test?
A little bit of fish tank cleaner, 3, 4, 5 drops of that, and then chase it with like a full thing of cranberry juice.
What?
Fish tank cleaner?
Does not sound healthy.
I think you definitely Google that before you try it.
He's got 9 cancers now.
Yeah, but I mean, crystal clear in the cup.
I did it going to work release in the 90s.
All right. We don't recommend doing a lot of these things.
Desperate times.
So here's what you do. You eat 2 Tide sticks.
All right, Brad. Thanks. Glad you got that job, though. Glad I got the job. All right, coming up in a few minutes, more of your calls and talkbacks on the way. Also, we've got tickets to go see comedian Jerry Seinfeld in Bend. We'll do that here in about 30 minutes. Happy Friday. We are commercial free on 105.9 The Brew. Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Man, so much has been going on lately. Yesterday, we decided to come up with a new segment, a new feature on the show.
Yeah.
Called Cash for Convicts.
That's right.
Yeah, at first we were calling it Cash for Criminals, but Cash for Convicts just has a better ring to it.
Yeah, then McD made a jingle with it, so
Yeah,
we're just going to go with that.
I locked it in.
Cash for Convicts. So yesterday we read some prison mail from a guy who's in prison for murder. Listens to us on the air there. So does a security, or I guess
like a guard.
Like a guard, I think a prison guard who works there. He really likes his prison guard. I don't know if they've got a relationship or what the deal is between him, but you can tell he just admires her, says she's very sweet and does a good job and is very kind to people. So he said, can you get her Lincoln Park tickets? We're like, sure, we'll try. Why not? We reached out to the prison. They said no dice.
They can't play middleman on that.
Yeah. So, that's off the table. We were going to put money on his books if we gave her the tickets, but now that's off the table. So we were thinking if there are inmates that listen to the show in Oregon State Penitentiary or where the other prisons are at?
You've got one in Pendleton. You got Snake River. You've got the ladies' prison on the way out to the coast.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different spots.
If you're in the clink, all right, if you're in lockup,
the big house,
the joint, send us some prison mail and some drawings, because if the letter's really good, tell us about your crimes and what you did and why you think you deserve for us to give you free money and put it on your books.
And it could be the beginning of something magical. We build this relationship. We might become your jelly roll. Go do the show live from OSP.
Dude, I would love to do a bacon and beer live from OSP.
Oh my God, I was going to say we should do a bacon and beer.
That's right. I don't see a problem with it.
I would do that in a second.
I mean, they might not. It'll
we'd
probably
have to
be
do it without the beer.
Bacon and juice.
Yeah.
Bacon and milk cartons.
I love it.
Bacon and chocolate milk.
But we could spice up a morning out there. I'd be into it.
It would be fun, I think. So yeah, if you're in the clink or if you've got a friend or a family member in the clink, tell them about this. Tell them to send us some mail. We'll start reading it on the air. Tell us about the crimes and everything, and we'll decide. Literally, this will be our own money, our personal money. It's not like the company's. It'll be from my account, Drew's account, Laura's account, and we'll put a couple dollars so you can buy some top ramen.
Yeah, I don't think the suits are going to be contributing to this piggyback.
Well, they should, because someone writes a good letter, they might end up with a big pile of Twinkies.
Yeah, I'm going to go and I'm going to ask Marshall for a 20 later on today.
Yeah,
what do you need this for? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, Marshall.
Don't
worry about it. He's our GM.
It's for the good of the group.
Yeah.
So there it is. Go to 1059thebrew.com to find our email, and let's start doing Cash for Convicts and send us some prison art.
I'm ready for that.
Some really good prison art.
I'm ready to start hanging art back here behind me, so we can all see it in a nice little gallery wall format. Would be nice.
Right. I just think it'll be funny to read their stories on the air and just decide if they deserve like $30 for treats and snacks.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Because, prison food isn't known for being very tasty. So.
I've never seen it, but Drew used to smell it. He would visit somebody in there, used to smell it.
Oh, yeah, and the cooked food is disgusting. It's going to be disgusting at all of them, but the commissary is, you buy items that we have. Now, they're sometimes it's a little janky, but they've got Twinkies, they've got Doritos, but you have to buy those things, so that's where we come in.
Yeah.
Okay. They will feed you slop for free.
Right. Yeah, maybe you failed a drug test and you're in there.
You just keep going back.
Yeah, so just write us an email. Or not an email, because they don't have access to the computers.
Yeah, no chance.
Handwritten letter.
Yeah.
This dude, the prisoner who sent us a letter yesterday, sent us an 8-page letter.
It was 8 pages.
8 pages and like 3 drawings.
But
better
I like
handwriting
that.
than me. Maybe I should do some time.
Yeah.
What, Laura?
No, I just said I like the handwritten letter. I like the old school way of doing things. Snail mail's my favorite.
Do it now. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on 1059 The Brew. Happy Friday. Portland's rock station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Laura went to a trivia game last night.
Trivia night, yeah.
Trivia night.
Yeah, which I don't normally do because I'm really bad at trivia.
But it sounds like last night, Laura won her trivia.
Oh, yeah, baby!
But she paid for it, so it's not totally real.
I was going to say,
yeah.
kind of won.
Mhm.
So
we won fair and square, but if
you didn't win based on answering trivia questions.
Correct.
Which is
We
the
didn't
whole
do-
basis of the game.
we didn't do poorly, but if I wouldn't have taken this, if me and my teammates wouldn't have taken this extra step, we would not have won.
Okay, so how did you win if you don't answer all the trivia questions?
So, and this is very smart on the part of both the person hosting the trivia and the bar. There was like a 10-minute period of time where they were like, okay, if you buy a beer in the next 5-10 minutes, each beer is 2 points added to your score. And they're also a bottle shop. So it's not just like you go and like you have to get like 3 pints of beer or whatever. You can go to the cooler
See, this is crap.
and grab as many cans
It's
as
crap.
you want.
Because let's say I'm sober and I just want to rock some people at trivia night.
Well, but they
and a bunch
also
of drunks.
no, but they also have like non-alcoholic things in the cooler, so
Well,
that's
beyond-
not an excuse.
Beyond who drinks and who doesn't, and I don't know if you know this about me, but for 2 years when you lived in Detroit, Tanner, I hosted trivia every week for 2 years.
Yeah.
And so you get this clientele in there who they're very smart. They crush at trivia, and they take it very seriously.
Right.
If I would have told them that they don't win because someone else bought more pitchers, they wouldn't come.
Okay, but also, what a stick in the mud. Don't be a wet blanket.
Well, the whole
And-
you're ruining the whole basis of the game.
maybe, but I also think it's brilliant because for the bar,
Just for them. It's only brilliant for them.
Yeah, sure. From a sales perspective.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
What
but it's
about
also
you, the
great for me.
patron?
Although I will say that the host of trivia last night was like, the last 2 weeks, the people who bought the most points did not win.
But
So
still,
it's not-
you bought your win last night. So my question this
Yeah.
morning is, did Laura really win trivia last night, or is she?
Okay, the answer is no.
Because we're 2
Or-
votes for no over
Yeah,
here.
I'm saying no way.
No, it's 3 votes for no, but we still got the $30 gift card because we had the most points.
Oh, see,
So-
I didn't hear about the
Unbelievable.
gift card.
Yeah,
Oh, and there's
don't-
gift cards on the line too.
Yeah.
I would have been so pissed
So
if I had
don't be-
showed up and they
Okay,
won because they bought beers.
But what if, because it also is a good fail safe for the bar, because what if you're super into trivia, but you
Listen,
don't really like to stop?
that's great about the bar.
You don't just get to show up at a bar, drink water, and then clean up at trivia.
Why not?
No.
If you're hosting a trivia night, you didn't say I had to drink.
Because you're at a business. That's
So?
bad business.
So just because they sell something at that business doesn't mean I have to
like,
get it.
Well, it's like going to a comedy show, 2 drink minimum, same thing.
But if that's the minimum, it's different.
But
That's
there
if-
is no
that's if
there
it's
is
an
no minimum. They're
advertised.
counting on you. They're counting on the host of trivia to get people
You
in
bought
the door.
your win. You bought your win. It's not real.
Whatever, fair and square. We did okay.
And when I hosted
We did
trivia,
okay.
there were a lot of people who just came in and freeloaded in the corner. But in my thought, the table back there would be empty anyway. You know, like if they're not in it, then why would I really
We
care?
helped keep a small business open last night,
All right, you
and
tell
you guys
us.
don't appreciate
You
that.
tell us.
Okay.
Did Laura really win trivia last night, or did she pay to play? You know, did she won based on buying beers?
Yeah.
Because she got extra points.
We
And
got-
not on
we
actually
got
answering trivia
some
questions.
points.
And you legitimize it by like, I basically paid their utility bill.
And how
Like,
angry was the person who did answer most trivia questions correctly?
They were cool.
Oh, well, they're
And honestly, most people did go up and buy drinks. We just bought more.
You just bought
So-
they bought to go drinks so they would win.
Yes,
like
we
they
did
bought
do
a
that.
like I'll take a half rack of Pabst.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you cheated, and it's not real. It's not real.
It's not cheating.
It's
it was
cheating.
perfectly.
You did not win the trivia night.
It's
You're
not
smart,
cheating
but
if
just
we
not
follow the
smart enough
rules.
this time.
Well, we're really people
really
like
smart.
people like me would never win trivia if we didn't have these opportunities. You guys,
Right, that means you didn't win. It's not real.
Somebody out there is on borderline Jeopardy, and they
We
couldn't
won.
get $30 out of this hole in
and
the wall.
but we wagered correctly at the end. We won.
Okay.
Oh wait, so not a vote for against, just 2-1 on votes then.
All right. Who do you think really won? I think it was the bar, actually. I think the bar is the one who won.
You guys are just bitter.
Did Laura really win trivia night, or did she buy it? It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on the Brew. 1059 The Brew, Portland's Rock Station. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Happy Friday. Don't forget that we spring forward an hour this weekend, and we lose an hour's sleep, so just forewarning now, Monday I'm going to be cranky as hell.
It's going to be a tough one for sure.
Well, Tuesday, I feel like Tuesday and Wednesday and the rest of the week
All
will
week
be worse.
is going to suck, really.
Yeah.
I just, losing an hour's sleep, it just takes me a long time to adjust. I hate it. But we'll be here with you regardless, so good luck on your sleep quest.
You know, you wake up Sunday, too, and be like, God, I never sleep this long before you realize that, they stole it from you Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Sucks. All right, coming up next, we're going to play the Rotten Tomatoes game for your chance of tickets to go see comedian Jerry Seinfeld in Bend. We're going to list off some TV shows this morning, and you just have to tell us which TV show is rated higher on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
We'll do that next. Callers 10 and 11 is what we're looking for. 866-445-1059. We'll play right after Stained. It's 1059 The Brew. Did Laura cheat at trivia last night? She won. Her and her group won trivia last night, but they won
fair and square.
They won because they bought more beers, and apparently you get 2 points a beer.
Which seems like a little bit of a skirt around the original rules of trivia.
Yeah, to me, she didn't win trivia. She drank her way to the top.
It's kind of like when you buy your kid a medal in something.
How dare you?
You didn't what, Lori?
We followed the rules. They said we were allowed. You had 10 minutes to buy beer. By the way, I didn't crack a single beer while I was there, so it's not like I just got plastered and then...
People are split. People will say, this person says, I'm all for getting beer points. Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
This one says, Laura cheated. Definitely not a win. This one says, not a win. This one says, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
So it seems split, Laura.
Yeah.
So.
Whatever. Everybody who says it's not a win would have done the same thing, and you're just all a bunch of sore losers.
I'm just surprised you got out of there without some bruising, because just the one thing I took away from hosting trivia is that they are so passionate. That's their Super Bowl.
What do you remember a question that you answered and got right?
The music questions, so I can't really... okay, there was one that you listened to like 30 seconds of a song or whatever, and one was Sixpence None the Richer, Kiss Me.
Oh, I like that song.
And nobody knew that it was Sixpence None the Richer.
Kiss Me.
Everyone knew the title, and I was like, no, I got this. And then I also got 38 Special, Hold On Loosely, which everybody else was like, huh?
Hold on loosely.
They didn't know that one?
Yeah,
Jesus.
exactly.
Uncultured swine.
Anyway, and I did really good
trivia
with
night.
the top 100 U.S. cities based on population.
All right.
That's pretty good. I mean, well, you work in an industry where you always talk about market size, so
And
that probably helps.
That's exactly what helped me out.
Well, there it is.
Yeah.
Seems split, Laura.
Fair and
So
square, I'm a winner.
there it is.
Greasing palms for wins, one way or another. You got the W.
It's now time to play our game called the Rotten Tomatoes game. Little late, kids, but thank you. All right, so we're going to read off some, usually it's movies, but this week we're doing TV shows.
Uh-huh.
So we're going to list some TV shows, and you're just going to have to tell us which is rated higher. And they do it, over the whole show. It's like, what's the series rated?
Right.
Not
Yeah.
just one episode or a season.
Correct.
From a distance, what's the score?
Let's meet our contestant calling from Woodburn. His name is Jake. What up, Jake?
What's up, Brew Crew? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you, Jake. What's your plans this weekend? Anything exciting? Are you going to cheat at some trivia?
Stop. Do you think it was cheating, Jake?
No, no, you're good.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, Jake's going to agree with whatever.
What are your plans, buddy?
Not a whole lot. There's chores around the house, you know.
Yeah, some chores. Get some things done. Like I gotta do that this weekend. Like a hinge came off of the bathroom door.
Oh.
Like it just
All
popped
the
like
way
the
off?
screws just popped out. I don't know.
weird.
I'm hoping.
stripped it.
I think they're stripped. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to re-drill, but I'm hoping not.
You just take a couple of those wood matchsticks if you've got them, shove those in there, pound them in with a hammer, and screw it back in.
Okay.
That would be good.
All right,
Make sure
dude.
they're wood, though, not the paper ones.
Is there a TV show you're watching right now with your wife, or binge watching a show with somebody?
The new Dexter series is really good.
Okay.
yeah.
Finish that.
Said no one ever. I didn't know that was a thing.
It's back. Yeah, it's not because the original Dexter's not in it, so it's like his kid, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's his younger self, but he.
Okay.
Michael C. Hall. He narrates it still, so it's still really good.
So Michael C. Hall's voice is in it, but it's some guy playing a younger version of Dexter.
So that means,
can we just let it die like his victims?
Because that means he
God!
can't be caught. He
The
can't
show-
be caught if it's a prequel.
Dude, I'm over it. Like the first 2 seasons of Dexter were good. When they stuck to the books, they were good. It went downhill.
Yeah, if they were going to change it, then you don't get rid of, is it Dokes?
Sergeant Doak. Dexter, you weird mother.
Yeah, if you're going to change everything else, just don't kill Dokes then, because he was the
Surprise!
show.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, I know you want to say the whole line.
I want to so badly. Anyway,
Laura, watch Dexter over the weekend.
Yeah, I'm just like,
just the first 2 seasons, and then after that, you don't need to watch it.
okay. All right.
Yeah, it was great in the beginning.
All right, dude. You just got to get at least 3 out of 5 to win the tickets to go see comedian Jerry Seinfeld and Bend. If you lose, good sir, you have to listen to us give your Jerry Seinfeld tickets to somebody who did nothing.
All right.
All right. Here we go. What show is rated higher on Rotten Tomatoes? The Simpsons or Futurama?
Oh my God.
It sounds like a trick question. I'll go Futurama.
Is Futurama rated higher on Rotten Tomatoes? It's true.
Nice.
By a hair. Futurama's got an 86%. The Simpsons has an 85%.
That's pretty darn close. Futurama, though, come on,
I think
dude.
it's because it was
I hated
taken
that.
from us early, and then people are giving it more because of that, because it only lasted a couple of seasons.
Mhm. Was it your jam, Tanner? Did you like that? I was not a Futurama guy.
It was okay. I mean, I've seen it.
I was totally. I don't watch it now, but I was a Simpsons guy.
What show's rated higher on Rotten Tomatoes? 24 or Alias?
I'll go 24.
Is 24 rated higher on Rotten Tomatoes? It is.
My brother and I once argued over drinks about this for over an hour back when these two shows were on.
What show
And I
is
feel
better,
vindicated.
Alias or 24?
And you know my call.
Yeah, 24 is, in my opinion, the better show. I never watched Alias throughout the entire thing. I just watched an episode or two.
Now, Jennifer Garner is great at what she does, but this is never going to hold a candle
to Jack Bauer. Chloe, I need help, assistance immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
2-0.
Don't wow me, Laura.
No, you don't wow a Chloe drop until you watch the show. He's safe.
I don't understand how you guys can quote movies and TV shows like you've memorized them.
Well, because they're classics. They'll be in the Smithsonian one day.
Okay.
2-0.
What show's rated higher? Home Improvement or Everybody Loves Raymond?
Ooh.
Oh, man. It should be Home Improvement.
Are you going with Home Improvement?
Yeah.
It's like he's bummed. He did it for himself on there, and I can respect that.
I agree, though. Home Improvement was a better show.
Yeah, 2-1.
77% for Home Improvement. Everybody Loves Raymond has an 86%. What show's rated higher on Rotten Tomatoes? A-Team or MASH?
It has to be MASH.
Is it MASH? There it is. Is that a win?
That's it, baby.
It's a win. MASH has an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. A-Team has an 83%.
Which is pretty good for never landing a single bullet strike in a whole show.
Nobody ever died on that show.
I don't think blood ever came out of a bullet wound.
Congratulations, bro. You just got yourself tickets to go see comedian Jerry Seinfeld in Bend in July.
That's fantastic. Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy. Hang on the phone. We'll get your information, and we will see you there. I'm going to that show. I'm excited. I am excited.
Bang, bang.
Well, tell me about being all excited.
Can float the river and see him back to back. That'd be the move.
Let's hope we don't get any wildfires this season.
I mean, we will. I don't know.
Never get them.
There were last two times I was in Bend. I couldn't even see. It was so smoky. So
I was going to say sometimes July is early for wildfires, but not so much in Central Oregon.
You definitely get hit. It's just about which way the wind's going.
Yeah.
Well, let's just hope. Let's hope we get more blue sky this summer.
Let's check a few talkback messages before we go to break. We're not supposed to say that. Before we go to break, let's do this.
We're not going to go to break, though. Let's just don't think about it.
After these messages.
So don't remind people that we play commercials, but they know we play commercials.
Yeah.
All the
But
best
you're not supposed to
commercials.
remind them of it. Can you just shut up?
We play the
Well, I
hits.
still need to get paid, so we're playing commercials.
You can send us a talkback anytime. Download the iHeartRadio app for your cell phone.
Happy Friday, Brew Crew. Since moving to Oregon
hold on,
in the
sorry,
year
hold on.
2000, I've taken
So,
That's perfect for him.
I
though.
still have some music playing from an old bit.
Okay.
All right.
Like how old?
Got a Snow White is what that felt like.
Happy Friday, Brew Crew. Since moving to Oregon in the year 2000, I've taken 42 drug tests.
42?
Yeah, that's correct, 42.
Wow.
And my record's 35, 6, and 1. I'll call back and give you a little bit more details on that.
Oh, my
Have
God.
a great day.
Mick D.
Love you guys. Later.
Man, his is like a,
Mick D.
basketball record. He's got one. I like the tie in there.
Yeah.
He's got one tie where he's like, yeah, we're going to agree to disagree. I'm not going to work here, but you're not about to mark that was a loss. Not today.
Oh, that's good.
Tie.
Send us whatever. We'll be back. Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. We got a couple of talkbacks from people talking about Laura cheating at trivia night last night.
Cheat.
So there was, trivia night, and you answer questions, you get points, but you can also get points based on how many beers you buy.
Yeah.
And Laura's team won because they bought the most beers. So they didn't win based on answering trivia questions. They won
partially based on trivia questions.
Kind of like when I go to my kid's soccer game. If someone came along the sideline at halftime and was like, does anyone want to buy a couple extra goals? I mean, I know they're trying out there, but do you want to buy a win for your kid?
When you're saying you wouldn't do it.
Yeah, come on, you get a T-shirt.
If somebody was like, hey, I got this White Claw for $5, and if you buy one, your kid gets an extra goal. You would be like, nah.
And it's going to sound after school special, but that's teaching them everything the opposite of what you want them to do.
I don't know.
But what do we know? We talked about that. You hear Drew and I's opinion. We think it's a bit of cheating. It's not a real win.
Allowed.
It's not a real win.
It's not like I peeked at somebody else's paper.
It's not a real win at trivia is my point. And we're getting talkbacks through the app, but they don't agree with us.
Hey guys, it's Tiffany. You should definitely let Laura have the win because that's why they have the opportunity to buy points because they know nothing. So if it makes it even, actually.
How much did Laura spend on the booze in order to win the $30 gift card?
That's a good question. You spent like $90 on drinks and
$41. It was actually pretty affordable, but I think it kind of canceled out.
Yeah,
I spent more at the bar than the gift card was worth.
And so, did you each get 30, or did you split 30
No, we
between four people?
We got to split the gift card, but I have it in my possession.
So you got $750.
So you cheated, and then you ripped off your teammates.
No, we're gonna go and we're gonna split the gift card. And there was only 3 of us. How dare you?
We have another talk back.
So if they're saying that that's the rules of the game, then that's the win.
Mm-hmm. Morning, Brew Crew. Bing bong. I think Laura's in the right because without people winning the way Laura did, there wouldn't be no trivia because the bar would be closed.
That is right.
There it is.
That's right. Supporting small business.
Everyone's in favor of cheating.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can print up your own certificate. You can go to a trophy store and you can just buy one. You don't have to earn them. It's amazing.
I'm going to print you off a certificate right off the internet today, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm going to give it to you.
On one of those old printers where you have to rip the dotted line off the top and
what?
bottom.
I would like to play you guys in trivia and see who wins.
All right.
We should have our own trivia competition in here.
Smoke you.
I don't think so.
We're out of time today, but we will smoke you later.
Yeah, super cocky right now because we're not doing it.
Yeah.
But no. Maybe someday I will.
Trivia is a good time, but I'm often humbled in it.
So, certain subjects I could probably do really well, and certain subjects I wouldn't do so well.
Well, that's the whole point of getting a big team together.
Yeah.
Well, it's also like Jeopardy. There are times where you get hot because you know 2 or 3 categories, then all of a sudden you don't know a whole round.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Let's go to McD. Good morning, McD.
Good morning, folks. Happy Friday to y'all.
Happy Friday.
What?
I think I dictated my record incorrectly because it was there were 6 ties and 1 loss.
Wait, 6 ties? How do you tie at a drug test?
Yeah,
That's a good question.
What does that mean when you tie a drug test?
That would be using one of the many methods everybody else was talking about today, pretty much.
So how's that a tie? Is that they tell you it's inconclusive?
No. I passed. So I guess those were all passed.
You passed, but unfairly.
But those are still
There you
wins.
That's a win, dude.
A win's a win.
That's
Just
a
ask
dub.
Laura. She will buy.
My
Laura
God.
would spend $300 for a clean urine test.
I cannot believe you said a win is a win when it comes to using somebody else's pee for your drug test, but I don't get to buy my trivia win?
Well, what is he supposed to have a
This
buzz-free
is
existence?
Outrageous.
Yeah, not all
I
things
can't
are the
believe
same.
what I'm hearing right now.
This guy needed a job. You just wanted
Yeah.
to steal from other patrons at the bar.
You're stealing the glory of the people who are actually brilliant.
The guy who studied all night for this trivia night.
Yeah,
and you just took
and
it
you're
from
like,
him.
I'll take a Pilsner.
All right, McD.
I would buy a couple beers for a trivia win as well.
Should have bought a beer for the people you robbed of the win. Yeah, you should have walked them over the gift card. You're like, hey, you 3 split
I
this.
cannot believe this.
All right, McD.
I was getting ganged up.
I'm on your side.
Thank you, McD.
Yeah, so go Blazers. Go Blazers. Bill Welton Day on Sunday. It's going to be great. Well, Kelly and I will be there.
I'll be there too. Maybe I'll see you, McD.
Yeah, let's meet for a pre-game Jack spot.
All right.
The Happy Jack's.
I'm down.
Laura would like a $19 White Claw, please.
Yeah, and a $37 pizza.
You're buying, right, McD?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, a shot of whiskey. Shot of whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll see you there, man. Have a good time. And Monday is going to be. So here's the thing. I want to remind, or not remind people because we haven't said anything about it yet, but Monday is going to be different for our show. They're giving, I don't even know how to really approach it, just go right into it.
Yeah.
They're giving us more time to talk.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how you're going to feel about that once you start hearing the show on Monday, but we're going to do it.
You're getting more show. That's the bottom line.
We're actually going to be talking quite a bit more. So starting Monday, the 6 a.m. hour might sound a little different. So I guess we're going to start like a few minutes later. So instead of right at 6, we'll start at like 6:03, 6:05.
But we're here.
So if you tune in at 6 o'clock and we're not quite on yet, don't flip the channel.
Yeah,
'cause
we're
coming.
We will be here.
Yeah.
And then the show it'll sound the exact same, like content-wise. We'll just, be talking in different spots. So like your routine might be a little off.
Yes.
Is what we're saying.
I think if you track it that first week, you'll kind of get where it all falls, and it'll be smooth in the end.
It's not going to be too much different from now, from what it is now. Just more of us saying stupid things into the microphone.
Yes.
So.
I like the idea of more.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes until the ratings dip.
And the air brakes, take it back a notch.
We tried it, didn't work.
How
We're
about
outta
Bon
here.
Jovi on the hour?
That's honestly what they'll... Listen, if it doesn't work, just know right now that if the show doesn't work out when we start talking more next week, more Bon Jovi every hour. Bon Jovi.
Which seems unimaginable because we already play quite a bit.
You don't think you can get more Testas?
Yeah.
Watch
we will,
this.
I mean, your hair will be whipping like Jove in minutes.
So that's Monday. And then what else is coming up Monday? Oh, we got some pretty big tickets to give away.
We got Pantera tickets, baby.
Nice.
So that's coming up Monday. The first pair of Pantera tickets is coming up at 7:30 in the morning. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on the Brew. Bye.